Sitting around the ballroom, they're talking about tomorrow when they're taking Johnny away. Said he wasn't no good, never done the things that he should. That's all the judge had to say. He went in the army when he was 18. Crazy young Irish and mean. Took a kid who was half gone all the way to be wrong with bloodlust and them 16s.
All right, we are back. Danny, how you doing?
I'm hurting, pal. I'm not hungover hurting. I'm just.
For the people, if this not like a scratch and sniff, but like, because you don't smell like anything, but like, if this was like, if you could see what I'm seeing right now, and if you're on YouTube, there's a wonderful red hue to your face that is only achieved by the deepest of Irish roots.
Dude, I want the ones with every meteorologist in fucking Rhode Island. Because yesterday I wake up like I do every day. I'm in the elements, so I got to know what the fuck I'm dealing with. And I went to Providence. I was in Providence all weekend, and they said 60 and cloudy. So I didn't even bring a fucking hat with me. I brought sunglasses because that's,
We can see that.
And my head is on fire. I had to go to CVS and grab like anti-sunburn gel. I'm spraying
Like aloe vera shit?
Yeah, but it was like with like a Windex bottle though, and I'm just spraying myself in the face for the past hour, dude, just fucking cooling it down.
I love it.
I actually just said to my neighbor before I left, they're like, "You really got some sun today?" I go, "No, this was yesterday." I go, if you handed me a bag full of hundreds, I couldn't even smile right now. Like, it's just not in the cards. So if I sound miserable, it's because I am, but it's not because I'm hungover.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look good. You look good, I'll tell you that much. Good news, we got a special guest. Two-time caller.
Two-time.
Two-time caller.
I believe it'll be a 3-time. I think you already said you had something.
Oh, no, I didn't.
No,
I
no.
didn't. Yes,
I almost called in. So we got Adam JumpTown.
JumpTown. Your main man, JumpTown.
That's right. That's right, my guy. Our guy. So let's just give a little background. So, by the way, I went to the casino last night with my buddies, whatever, for his birthday. My buddy's like, you mentioned the beef page too much on the podcast. Like, you rely on these people. I'm like, I don't rely on the beef people. What I'm saying is there's a beef page, how we all met.
Right.
I'm giving it its props when it comes up.
Sure.
So to my buddy, whose birthday I went to last night, who listened to one episode, you told me.
Right.
Listen to all 25, then I'll take your opinion. How's that sound? All right? Thank you.
agree.
Happy birthday, Mike Levy. All right, Lowell Zone. Adam
Mill
Jump
City's
Down.
finest,
Mill
01852 South Lowell. That's what we do.
Fucking
All right.
Look, I'm looking at the zip code on the forearm right
Okay,
now.
so-
Official. I mean,
yeah,
we say
I love
hometown pride. There's nothing more than right here.
I love it. I love it. So today's show is going to be about hometown pride. But to start, so just a little background. So like we've said this before, if you listen to the show a lot, you know that we're tied to this, or you all kind of know each other. I met Danny through this like North Shore Beefs page where people like
Part of the story. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the page.
100%. So I saw you do a review. Now, if you do, I did one review on the page. If you look it up, and I got eviscerated. And now I'm not used to the type of person who big fucking getting eviscerated.
Right.
I like to be celebrated. And like I put my fucking tail between my legs and I went on my merry way. Right. That's what I did. I'm just that page is not. I'm a good observer of that page.
Right.
I might come back. I might make a comeback.
There are a lot of good observers. I think it's like
Oh, it's like
There's a lot.
30,000 observers.
27,000 good observers.
It's like 27, 28,000 people on this page. Now, Adam JumpTown comes out, drops the review, first review. Now, I tell you, I said this last week on the show. I was crying laughing when I saw the review. Because paired with what people were saying, right?
Oh, man.
And you cut
Hilarious.
together like an actual... Now, most people just record themselves shoving their fucking face
Right.
in a car. Most of these people are disgusting to look at.
Right.
You actually cut a video.
Yeah.
Right? Asking some questions about if Tessie's is actually...
Asking questions.
Asking questions.
It's all about
Reporting.
angles.
Content.
We need details. We don't need just... We know we can eat.
Yeah.
Let's take it to the next level. That's all I do. My
I love it.
content is next level.
100%.
Listen, one of a kind is JumpTown.
They smashed the mold. Smashed it.
I can't stress it enough. Like, the minute he got out the car, it's my first time meeting him 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
My ass is in.
We just hugged.
Yeah, of course, dude.
He's like, what's up, man? And he's like, what size are you? And just hands me a fucking JumpTown t-shirt.
That's our guy.
Because it's
So,
all about good times, good vibes, really. And when you really get to know me, you understand that.
yeah.
Until then, you're just going to make fun of me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
dude,
dude,
yeah.
there
No,
is-
but here's the thing.
There is no one that takes it better.
Oh, and let me also say this. Yeah, everybody that would like say something like you look like Vanilla Ice or whatever, you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, no shit.
I'm
Like,
willing, dude. I'm willing to bet. I think I started that on the beef page.
We got to take it back because there was two people who would consistently say
Yeah.
Who
But
said it first, we don't know.
right.
Chicken and
But
the egg,
I wasn't saying it more as like the rapper songwriter. I was saying it more as "That's My Boy" Vanilla Ice.
Yeah. Like the older,
Yes,
mature
yeah,
version.
yeah.
Like the HGTV.
Yeah.
Like
I don't
Fix
think
Your House
Adam
Vanilla Ice.
JumpTown is gonna hit you with a fucking collaborate and listen dance.
No,
You know what
I
mean?
don't think so.
Well-
Nobody's hanging. Suge Knight's not hanging him out a window. Let's put it that way.
You're not hanging me out on the window.
Not from Mill City, man.
So yeah, exactly. So
No, sir.
But I think like I said, I was fucking. I remember Dan Bob like commented to this guy who's always on the page.
Dan Bob
And
was going hard at the beginning, yeah.
He's still riding you hard. And I texted him. By the way, Dan Bob said he's gonna not listen to this episode
we
because
know
you're on
he
it.
is.
Facts.
We know
You're
he is.
listening right now. Second of all, I said to him like, who is this guy? And he's like, I met Dan Bob once, so I'm like,
Right.
who is this guy?
Right.
And he's like, I don't know, dude. And I'm like, I'm crying laughing. He just didn't respond. Like, I don't think he thought it was like that. He didn't get the humor in it that I got it. So I saw it. I saw that.
was hilarious.
I've been in a team JumpTown since day one.
Fact.
That's a fact.
I appreciate
That's a
that.
fact. So,
And listen, I go into this page because of BP Hammers.
Yeah.
It was around that time you guys were doing the videos contest. It was he had some like stocking hanging over his crotch and all this stuff. And I'm like, yo, he's hilarious.
yeah.
I'm hilarious. Let me get in on this.
And I'll
much
tell you,
credit to him for
I'll
that.
tell you a funny story about that. So that was all for charity. You're
And
talking
just
about-
as a background,
you're talking
No,
about
it's for charity. I had no idea.
right.
Just as a background to the people at home who don't know what we're talking about, BB Hammer is just a guy who is very prevalent on that page.
Yeah.
He's a fucking monster.
Monster.
He's the
Monster.
size of a fucking
He's Gravedigger.
University of Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like Gravedigger
Yeah.
when you meet him in real life.
Yeah, like the monster truck.
Like the exactly. Yeah.
So I don't so real quick, so you're talking about when he wore the stockings and shit.
Yes.
So they had like a calendar for charity. People dress up, you know, fucking. There was a guy, I think it was Joven, the dude Joven,
Yeah.
with the great dimple in his fucking chin.
Yeah.
Mr. Steal Your Wife. I think it was him. He dressed up as like Uncle Sam for the July.
Yeah.
So, anyways, this dude BP Hammers dressed up as like pretty much like a fucking transsexual fucking.
Yeah.
He had. Now imagine this fucking
Big trans
6'6",
guy.
Yeah.
310-pound fucking fella with stockings on and dressed like with his nails done in high heels.
Yeah.
So BP Hammers is a Marine, and there was a dude on there that like screenshot that picture, some real bitch shit.
Yeah.
Screenshot it and put it to like the Marine page to like try to get him to like
yeah?
a
Really?
reaction.
I didn't know
to get like a reaction out of him. And BP Hammers the next day found out about it and called him out in the fucking he was like, well, let's just box for charity.
I would not.
And the
want to
kid
get involved
eventually,
in it.
now he is not a mutual friend, but I know him. So he apologized vicariously through me.
Yeah.
And I guess he apologized to him. I was like, that was a bitch ass move,
that's
dude.
probably smart.
You know what I mean?
Probably smart.
But yeah, it was for charity, and the dude is very, very funny. You know what I
He
mean?
is,
Like
yeah,
Very
He's
funny.
he just
And
gets
how he is via text and you reading that shit, that's how he is in person.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, he's
Yeah.
he's
Because I
like,
wasn't sure.
he's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
The first time we're both seeing, is this an actor?
Yeah.
And we both weren't acting.
Yeah.
And it was great. It was
yeah,
funny.
Fuck
All right.
yeah.
So, couple quick sponsors, and then we're gonna
let's
get
do it. Oh, here we
into
go.
some shit. So, and by the way, we got a guest sponsor of the show today. We'll get
Do
to
we
that.
really?
Denali Food Trucks. Guest
well,
fucking sponsor
you're
of the
damn
show.
right.
It's basically an hour-long commercial. How long we do this for? All right. Let me tell you about installation situation.
Yes.
Let's just start off with them. My man Sean. All right. He's gonna be over this week. I think I gotta get him over here because I'm getting all my shit done. Installation situation. If you have a regular single home dwelling, you're getting 75% back. You've been paying into that shit through EverSource.
It's on your bill,
or
baby.
National Grid.
It's
It's
on your
already
bill.
fucking done. You're gonna get. I've seen the numbers, dude. You're gonna pay like so much little money just to get your house tip top, like insulated for the winter. Brendan Ahern's doing it. You should do it. Installation situation at gmail.com. Our guy Sean, he's gonna take care of you. Mention Pull of the Cork, and he'll probably tell us how awesome we are for referring you.
Absolutely.
Let's go next to yours, AJM Plumbing. Can we do that
Let's-
next? Because tell me the story, please.
AJM Plumbing and Heating, servicing the North and South Shore. Over 100 5-star reviews. I bet you there's 101 now at least.
Yep.
You know what I mean? All your plumbing, heating, and gas needs. Certified in all major plumbing and heating brands. Great prices on 2-year warranty on our work. Mention this ad and receive 10% off your next call. Tell them that Pull and Cork has sent you. Phone number, 781-853-1310. Email amachichi, that's AMICCICHI, at ajmplumbingheating.com. Now, we've been telling you this for over a month to get your shit in order for this fucking cold snap, right?
Facts.
It's happening. It's about to be October. Get your shit in order. Don't wait until your kids are fucking freezing and you guys are over a hot stove. Get your shit in order. Get yourself a boiler running. You don't want him to come out here at fucking 3 o'clock in the morning and run your heat again. It's gonna be a service call, and you are not gonna like it. So just do the shit now and bang it out.
All right, now my favorite thing that happened over this weekend, because I didn't have a very eventful week. I didn't really drink, didn't party.
Yep.
Is I got a fucking text on Friday. My boy Ben Carcio listens to the show all the time. He lives on the show now. I won't hold it against him. Kid was lived in Melrose for a while. We played on the same hoop team. Big dude. Fucking Ben Carcio is a good man. Anyways, he texted me, just called fucking AJM Plumbing for a job he's got coming up.
Yep.
Let me tell you right now, that's what when you go in someplace or talk to them and you heard it through here, tell them that that's what we want. That's where they get their money's worth. I mean, I know it's happening at Lily P's all the time, mostly because I'm spending a lot of money there.
Yeah.
But like, tell them Pulling the Cork sent you. That's how, look, I'm a big fan of Kirk Minahan podcast. They do Milton's. I go to Milton's the other day. I go, hey, I listen to Kirk. They want to know. That's how they're getting their money back, right?
Right.
Okay. We'll do some more sponsors later in the show.
And by the way, like I always make a joke out of Anthony, I try to make it as funny as possible. Dude, he is one of the best boil guys on earth. It's that simple.
Yep.
He's a full-blown plumber, but boil that's his thing.
Yep. Right.
Tom Brady fucking wins Super Bowls. That's his thing.
Yeah.
Anthony's a beast at boilers. He could diagnose shit over the fucking phone if he really wanted
Beast
to.
at boilers.
Yeah.
Right
Beast,
there. There's
beast
something.
at boilers. You know what I mean?
All right, so I got a couple news points that we'll talk about. I want to get you to
Okay.
take 2 JumpTown, and we'll
Let's
get into
hear it.
your whole story afterwards. But
Listen.
this is how we open usually. A
do
little
it.
soft opening, you know what I mean, as they say in the restaurant industry.
Oh, they do?
Well, some do. Denali's probably had a soft open at some point,
Something
right?
was soft already. The sausage.
All right, we'll get it. All right, here's my first one. You ready? This Martha's Vineyard situation.
Oh,
DeSantis.
my
I
Lord.
want to talk about this. Do you know this story?
Well, listen, I have family that's DeSantis, so let's see where this goes.
Well, okay. It's probably not Ron DeSantis down the governor.
That's my guess. He's not the
no,
governor.
it's not.
No. All right, yeah. So he took 50 illegal immigrants, I guess, right? Migrants now they call it.
Yeah.
They're changing the word every day. It'll be like they, them, migrant,
Right.
person
Right.
of migrant status.
Right.
Right? He flies them all up to Martha's Vineyard,
I guess-
unbeknownst to Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah.
And just drops them off.
Drops him off. Good luck.
Right? Okay. I have so many different mixed feelings on this. First of all, let me just start with the first part.
We
The idea of some rich white dude, like governor, just being like, hey, all you got on this plane, I'm going to fucking decide what's happening with your life after
Right.
they've just made some treacherous fucking journey to try to get into this country
Right.
to get freedom is mind-numbing to me.
Yeah.
Now, I am, to all the people out there who are like fucking ballot stuffing fucking conspiracy theorists, yeah, I know there's bad people that come over the border. I understand. I get it.
Yeah.
And there's good people and there's fucking good cops and bad cops. I get all of that.
Right.
I'm just saying in general, as a thing for a guy to be like, hey, get on this bus and I'm gonna drive you to fucking Alaska, but you don't know.
Right.
Is wild.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hilariously sad.
Yeah. Yeah. It's everything at once.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing I'm gonna make before, and I don't want to get what you guys say, but I'm gonna leave it here. People are making all these memes. Now they've sent 50 Karens from Martha's Vineyard
The
down to
internet does not sleep.
It doesn't, but
go.
I will say this. I'm not a big Martha's Vineyard guy. I think I've been there twice, right? But I do know a couple kids that grew up there.
2 more times than me.
That's 2 more times than you. I'm more of a Nantucket guy, right? But if I'm flying, I like to, But anyways, here's my thing with it. Here's what you don't understand. In October, right now, because they had the people at the food, like bringing the people in, getting them someplace to stay, all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
On the news. Those people, in general, on Martha's Vineyard, right now, in the middle of October, in the middle of September, on a fucking Tuesday, are not rich. There are plenty of people who live in Martha's Vineyard who are regular people. Martha's Vineyard has a regular high school.
Yeah.
Right? Are there super fucking billionaire people that have homes there? Yes. You know what they don't do? They don't probably go out and welcome in migrants, okay? There's people that own shops there. There's people that fucking own fishing, like fishing charter companies. There's regular people that live on Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah.
So, like, the idea that it's like, how funny is this? All these people are rich. Now they have to look at these people and try to get rid of them. It's like, a lot of those people aren't rich. They're regular people. There's plenty of regular people that live in very rich towns. And there's people that live in Winchester that are poor. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there are people that have to work, that have to live on Martha's Vineyard, work in grocery stores. Those people aren't rich. Okay?
Right.
So I'm just saying in general, to give the idea that like Martha's Vineyard is this like everybody there was like fucking ahoy polloi with like a fucking sailor's cap on,
Right.
like shit in their pants. I think that's probably more prevalent in some towns around here than it is there almost.
Yeah. I did laugh my balls off that we called this. with the Black Lives Matter signs, and they're like,
Oh, yeah.
wait a minute, I live on a golf course in Melrose. I don't mean I want the black people here type of thing.
Yeah.
But dude, so that was like one of the memes, right? So it said Black Lives Matter, and it's Homer Simpson going back into the and he comes back out, and it just says surrounded by surveillance cameras. Dude, the internet doesn't sleep.
No.
You know what I mean? But it was something. What a ballsy move from this guy.
It's now.
He's also could be in some serious deep shit with like kidnapping and stuff.
Could it be like illegal?
Yes. Oh, well, yes. Number one, of course it is. Get in this plane. That's kidnapping. and just
Yeah, it was like The Rock. Not The Rock. What was Con Air? Like
Yes.
except like with like migrants on it.
Exactly.
Immigrants.
Well, that's my. Can you kidnap immigrants that are illegally?
Yeah, well,
coming
that's
over here.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
mean, like, let's really talk about and think about it, and think about how many other buses have gone to many other places around the United States
Sure.
for these children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same exact thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is happening.
And
more
I
than
do
you
get his
think.
point. I do get this point, like from a completely like take yourself out of it. I do get the point of like, oh yeah, it's like let them all like everybody in Massachusetts is like let them all in and take everybody in, and then like the moment like you have to deal with it like, and you only deal with 50 of these people like of these people coming into your situation when every day you've got thousands of people probably pouring into the country and these border areas,
Right.
And it's like so I get the irony in what he was doing, which is like let's fly him to fucking Martha's Vineyard because I'm sure it's a like I said, and everybody at the home knows this. If you like are super like read up on this subject, good for you. I'm not. I saw the headline. And this is what you're getting.
Right.
I'm sure it's a what was it called?
No
It's
matter
like
what we say, Brennan, it's people are gonna fucking.
well,
why would
that's-
you even say that?
Yeah.
Right.
Get fucked.
But anyway, so point being that like I think it's just wild and interesting,
Yeah.
if nothing else.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like I don't know that like I know that he's going to be like the presidential candidate probably for the Republican
yeah,
Party.
I'm
There's a
guessing that's
chance,
like
yeah.
is he? He's the head. He's the
Yeah.
front runner.
Yeah.
For the Republican Party.
But anyways, I thought it was just an interesting story.
And if
I thought it
anything,
was-
that boosted him up in the fucking rankings.
Oh, for the super Republicans, of
Yeah.
course it did.
He's-
They're like
he's a-
coming their pants
he's a
right
captain
now.
That
of
was
the
the
team right
only
now.
reason for that.
Right. Right.
You know?
Yeah. No, exactly. All right, next one, and then we're gonna move on to hometown pride.
Sounds good.
Let me tell you who I fucking the people I can't stand right now. JumpTown, do me a favor, pull that mic a little bit closer to you.
Yeah, how you
There
doing?
you go, perfect. The people that are pissed off about, I guess there's something going on with like Lord of the Rings show. That there's a white character that's now played by a black person or something like that.
Oh, the
And
Ariel
then-
thing?
And then the little
Mermaid.
then the Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
That now Little Mermaid is going to be
Black.
black,
Yep.
and people are mad. I guess.
Very upset.
What is? This is an imaginary character. This could be anybody.
Mermaids aren't real.
Mermaids are not real.
Correct.
Neither are cartoons.
Right.
And I hate to break it to you, Santa Claus is not real. Either.
And Lord of the Rings probably not
If
real.
if you are mad right now because your kids heard that, you should go to. I'm calling DSS on you. If you listen to this show with your kids, you're fucking going to DSS.
Yeah.
But like, dude, why is there any problem in the world if? Now, I'll say this. I could get somebody's point if it's like, okay, we're gonna make Little Mermaid's gonna be a guy now who's transitioning to a girl, or something completely woke, ridiculous shit, right?
Yeah.
Making the Little Mermaid a black character seems so innocuous.
It's minuscule.
It doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Like, so who's like I get who's not mad about it at all? I guarantee
Regular people.
any black people. Like, you know what I mean? Like what? Like and or I don't know. I mean, it just seems to me like what a waste of your energy to be worried about something
It's
like
just fucking. It is. It gives like because white people, Caucasians are losing their mind over it. Got nothing better to do. Your buddy just fucking dropped off 50 people in Martha's Vineyard. Let's get a round of applause for yourself.
Yeah, boy.
You fucking freaks.
You know, that's interesting. Why Little Mermaid? You know, why can't we just name a new character?
Yeah.
Well, why do we got to make the change like that? Is my question.
Well, that would be the argument, right?
Like, it don't make no sense. Meanwhile, I walk into fucking my house today. What's playing on TV? White Chicks. No one's saying shit about that.
Yeah.
It's like pick and choose what
Would
you
that
want
play
to
it?
do.
Okay, so White Chicks, for example, because that was on when I was, specifically, I hadn't seen that movie since it came out. I think
So funny.
I was in Maine.
So funny, dude.
I was in Maine for the week, and my kids put it on, and I was watching. I'm like, this is fascinating.
It's
that
hilarious.
This came out on television.
Yeah.
Like it's right up there with. I mean, it's not the same thing, but like I don't know if you've ever heard of the movie Soul Man, which I talked about
I've
before.
heard of it, but
which
I
is a
don't.
movie about a white kid. His parents just tell him they're not going to pay for him to go to Harvard, so he dyes his skin black and goes on a scholarship.
Jesus
it is.
Christ.
It is wildly inappropriate. Thomas E. Howell, I think, plays it.
Oh,
James
really?
Earl Jones is the professor. Dude, it is. I remember watching it being like, and the girl, I've talked about the show, but, and the girl who lives downstairs, like, wants to fuck him because she's like, I've always wanted to fuck a black guy.
Yeah.
It is.
Wow.
Everything you could do wrong.
I might watch this
Was
tonight.
done.
And by the way, he looks so white. The guy is a pencil neck
gotta
geek.
look.
He's a pencil neck geek.
I gotta look.
And he's just got like tan skin. And it's like, there's no way you'd ever think this guy was. You'd actually be like, what is this guy? Like, what could he be? Yeah, he's white with like tan skin. Yeah. Anyways, I think just in general, you know what I mean. People get
What was it called? Soul Man?
Soul Man. They might have erased it from the internet, actually. Soul Man, Thomas.
Now you can't find
T.
it.
Thomas Howell. Anyways, all right. So you're talking about hometown pride, right? So JumpTown,
Yo,
talk to me here. So
you talk to me. You're the host.
All right.
Oh
Love
my
it.
God,
Love it. Love it.
Look at this.
Yeah. I mean, it's unbelievable. I'm gonna see if I can like do a YouTube trick where I
the
put
fuck?
that picture up. It's crazy bad. Wow. I mean, it's crazy bad. All right. So you're from Lowell.
Born and
Born and
raised.
raised. Mill City.
01852.
Okay.
Yep.
You got the like Danny said, you get the ink to prove
Yeah,
it.
I
Right
got
on
it
your arm,
tattooed at 21.
right?
Yeah.
So you grew up there, right?
Yeah.
Always been there your whole life.
Always been there my whole life.
Okay. A lot of hometown pride.
A lot of hometown pride. You ask anybody that knows me or talks about me in the city, knows me, they're going to say Jump's got the most pride, the most heart, that really gives a shit and cares. And I'm involved in the community. I'm not just saying I like Lowell and it's tatted on me. I sponsor the Litter Crew. I'm on the committee for the Litter Crew of Lowell. We just got our 501(c), so I'm very proud of shit like that.
Nice.
You know, trying to get involved with the opiate crisis and dealing with addiction is a big thing, you know, dealing to going through that personally and having family and friends going through that now. You know, there needs to be more communication, talking about shit like that. And I'm all about being the forefront, the spear behind all of that for the people who got no voice.
Yep.
That's the main, what it comes down to.
I love it. Now, I also said this about you, which is I said this on the show last week about you. I like men of action.
Yeah.
In my like when I'm picking people to hang out with.
Yeah.
I like people who do shit and like
Right.
make shit happen. That doesn't have to be like, I don't mean you have to have a podcast. I don't mean you have to fucking make beef videos.
Right.
But I'm saying like anybody, anybody I hang out with, like I like people who are like into doing new things, into having new experiences. Like, because here's the thing, like I've talked about this I think here, but you know when you're a kid, like I've said this to my wife, I'm like, listen, you're a kid, you grow up, right? You go to 8th grade, you get into high school, you meet new kids, right? You get out of high school, either you get a job at some place or you go to college. You get a whole new group of friends there, right? And then all of a sudden, like you're kind of a grown up, and then your life like settles into this thing,
Right.
like this like kind of malaise thing where it's like, all right, I guess this is what I'm gonna do. And I guess my thing is like I like people who like, no matter how old they, like I love when you read a story, it's like this woman learned how to fucking paint watercolor at 82.
Right.
Like I'm like, love this lady can play on my team any day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She's committed.
I love it. So I like like I said, I love people who are like that. And from the moment I saw all your shit, I'm like, this guy is into what he's doing. He's
100%.
dialed in and he is like committed to what he's doing.
Yeah, now you said it right here. So let's take back what you just said and think about it. Go back to that 8th grader, right? And who did you look up to? It could have been a teacher, could have been a coach.
Yep.
You know, it was my gym teacher at that time.
Yep.
You know, go through high school, it's captains, you know, it's professors in college.
Yep.
And then you're right. Where are you at 23, 4? You falling off, you're going down on the roads. There's nobody being examples no more. You
Sure.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I firmly believe. No one's setting the example. No one's leading by example. Everyone's showcasing a facade.
Yeah.
None of that over here. If I'm doing it, I'm doing it. If I'm telling you I'm doing it, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
You know, I quit fucking UPS to go into this food truck, and we're going to do it.
I love
We're
it.
killing it. Denali Food Trucks.
I love it, dude. I love it.
I mean, and I'm coming with the fire.
Yeah.
The passion, you know, and you
Definitely
ain't-
got that.
well, there is literally passion meter is on 106
Yeah.
right
Yo,
now.
the
broken
temperature
right now.
went up. We should turn this AC back on. I'm just saying. This is phenomenal. It's a great experience. The energy in here is different than just watching it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
It's nice and warm and cozy. Love the scented candle you got over
See?
there.
Dude,
You might not be
throwing
seeing or
I'm throwing some
smelling that,
fucking fall
but
right
I'm
now.
telling you, I got smacked in my nostril.
I'm
here
throwing some fucking
with
fall
that.
at people right now.
It's very nice.
All right, so you know it's funny. We talk about hometown pride, right? So I'll start off a little bit. I know Danny, you got yours.
I'm fired up.
It's an interesting thing too, where it's like, so you guys are definitely from way more, I would say like urban areas than Melrose, right? So like Melrose is very different than it once was, but it was never like Malden or Lowell, not even close, right? Now that said, like my dad grew up in a section of Melrose which is called Cork City, which is down, which is like I don't know, it's like a mile square area, kind of in the area where I went to grade school, and it's all it's all like single families, then lots of like 2-deckers and stuff, right?
Yep.
And it was where the people from Cork came from Ireland to live here, and like that was all Irish people, right? And then eventually Greek and Italians moved in too. But like, you know, like those generations of people who grew up here in Melrose were coming over as, you know, migrants. DeSantis would be dropping them off in Melrose right now. But like they had their community here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a lot of them worked in town. A lot of them were commuters. There were some guys who started local businesses here. And they like, I used to think that, and I saw this in the article, it was like Cleveland Street, which I thought was after Grover Cleveland. I just assumed that was after this like Irish guy, and he was like the guy who like basically made Cork City, you know. And by the way, when I was a kid, I always thought it was Cock City. I didn't know like
because Boston accent.
because they'd be like, my father's nickname's Goal, and they'd be like Cock City kid right there, and I'm like, what is? He's like Cork. I was like fucking 18 when I figured that out.
Why didn't we think of that? We should have just called ourselves pulling the cock.
Yeah, pulling the cock, exactly. But you know what's interesting is like all right, so we all live in the same place we grew up.
Oh man.
Right?
Yep.
Yes.
And so you will meet a lot of people, obviously, now in your travels in your hometown that have moved there now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that are like newer to the area or whatever.
yeah.
And I think it's interesting because like gentrification, which is happening
Very
in
real.
Lowell, happening in Malden,
Everywhere.
right? Melrose, you can't say gentrification because that's when you take an urban area and make it.
Yeah,
Melrose,
yeah.
they just took like a kind of middle class people and made it fucking super middle class, super upper. But like, it's an interesting thing, right? Because it's like you want to be able to give people like a vibe, but it's like I went to a party last weekend. I see this kid I haven't seen since I was 13, 14 years old. I kind of grew up in his house a little bit. He was a great athlete. This kid, Brett Trider. We had an after party. We came back here. He's like, hey, I'll drive. I'm like, I'll drive with you. I'll show you how to get to my house. We talked the whole it was like, you didn't skip a beat.
Right.
I didn't see this kid in 20 fucking years, right? Like, we're just going back and forth. Because it's like when you have shared experience with somebody.
Right.
When you we ate at the same places. We fucking walked the same streets for years, played at the same parks, like did all that stuff. There's a connection there that's like so like just like you're just bonded with those people. You know what I mean? Even the ones you don't like. Like you're like you know this person.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That makes
You know what I
sense.
mean? But it is an interesting thing. I'm sure you guys are experiencing it way more than I am. Like Lowell is on the come up, right? There's like a lot of fucking development going on there.
There's been huge development the last 10, 12 years with UMass Lowell taking over a bunch of downtown mills and businesses and areas and redoing it all. Bringing in a lot of different people from all around and changing up the scene out there. But one thing's for sure, you can definitely spot the people who grow up in the hometown. Get that mic closer. Come
You're
on
good.
now.
You're good, baby.
And also, when I get more stoned, I talk quieter. So just tell me to turn it up.
Fair enough.
But with that said, you know who the people are from hometown because they just got that look, they got that feel, they give off that energy, or they reconnect with that presence. And I think that's what happens. It's a sense of comfort you get to grow up with.
Yeah.
And you just slide right back into it, you know. There are kids that I grew up in high school with that have kids now, and I'm seeing them for the first time, and I haven't seen them but on Facebook for 8 years, you know?
Yeah.
But we're right back into it like we were chilling back in high school.
And do you feel like when you grew up in Lowell, like what do you think it was like to you? And I know it's funny because right, it's like to everybody who grows up in wherever you grew up, that's just your normal.
Yeah.
There's nothing else. So you haven't
Right.
experienced anything else. Your normal is this,
Right.
right? My normal is that, whatever.
Right.
But like, how was it like growing up when you were coming up there?
Listen, when I was growing up in Lowell, this was the mid-'90s. It was
Mayhem.
coming off of High on Crack Street in the 80s.
Did you ever
Yeah.
see
Lowell,
that?
Yeah.
Lowell was just about crack.
Yeah.
That's it. Run down mills and crack wherever you went. Whores on Appleton Street. That was the depiction. That's all you saw when you researched Lowell. You know what I'm saying? And then you get to know more people and stuff. Gangs filled the city in the 90s, you know, and they still do.
Yeah.
These are just the facts. But it's more organized, it's more structured, it's more involved, you know. It's crazy. And a lot's changed in Lowell for the better, though. I think that the city's cleaning up. There's people that are coming into power right now that don't really give a fuck, but the community and being involved and changing what things were in the past. You know, the preconception of, you know, crack and getting beat up going to the bar. You don't want UMass Lowell students who are spending $90K to come over here and be afraid to leave their dorms.
Sure.
You want them to get out there and be comfortable.
Yep.
Right.
So I think the last 10 years, Lowell's done a great job to turn that around.
Yep.
And you walk downtown Lowell right now, it's a lot safer.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot more businesses that are open. You know, you're seeing a lot of different restaurants. The restaurant scene in Lowell's great, you know.
Yeah.
So
Well, and it happens too. I mean, look, especially like restaurants, right? It's like you look at Lynn, right? Lynn has some great restaurants. Blue Ox is awesome. Because like what happens is a guy who's like, you know, he's like, hey, you know, look, you know, you don't have money to open a place on Newbury Street, right?
Right.
You want to do your thing, and like you're like, oh, well, this is like it's always been a thing with restaurants. You know what I mean? So like you'll always have like great restaurants and like, you know, and the funny thing is like places like Lowell or like Chelsea. Like I remember I worked at the Home Depot in Chelsea. It was like my buddies I went to the casino with last night. That's how I met them. And like I used to go around with this like kid and like Spanish kid. He would like take me to like fucking like Dominican joints to eat. This fucking Irish kid has never eaten at places like this. I'm like,
Right.
and I was like, this food is fucking tits, dude. Styrofoam plates, fucking like $3.85 for like chicken and fucking
She's
rice.
bending
loaded
over, bro.
up.
Oh, loaded up, dude. And I was
Loaded,
like, holy
yeah.
shit!
Yeah,
Like,
you
it's like
ain't
a whole
le-
new
you ain't
world.
leaving hungry.
No way.
No, it's like a whole new world. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I mean, and so it's just, Mom and Lowell probably do have this one thing in common, I think, right? Where it's like, I mean, Danny, I see you post about it all the time. It's like, I remember you like, I would need to try this soup. Where are my Ethiopian people at? Like you know people who want everything.
You're talking about Sujumu. That's my Haitians.
The Haitians.
Yeah, they do that on New Year's Day. They do that, and
What's
I go.
that?
It's that's their Independence Day.
Okay.
So I grew up with a shit ton of Haitians. Like,
Yeah.
that's like fucking. I've walked through so many doorways that had beads in them. All right,
Like Greg Brady in the
dude.
fucking 70s.
That's and I've sat on a lot of couches with fucking the plastic still on it. All right, dude, Soup Jumu is like the Haitian Independence Day. I wish every day was Haitian Independence Day. This soup will knock your dick loose. It's so fucking good. It's so good, dude. So good. So like you're just sitting around watching college football all day on New Year's, eating on some fucking Kowloon Saugus wings, and you're just like, wait a minute.
Oh man, don't say
Where
that.
is Gene right now? And you're fucking going through your phone with the 1,800 fucking Genes, you know. One of them's bound to answer, right? And I'm like, did your mom make it? And you're like, yeah, come through. I'm like, fuck yeah, you know?
What's it? What kind of soup is it?
It's like, I can't even explain it, dude. It's like the broth itself is just so flavorful. Like if
Yeah.
I just got like a vat of that,
Yeah.
like a fucking wine vat,
Yeah.
just give me that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's bomb, dude. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, do you feel like, so with Malden, for example, right?
Yep.
Which, for everybody at home, like, as I said, there's a lot of people listening to the show that aren't from the Boston area, right?
This is awesome.
Yeah. So
Continue.
for you guys out there, you know, like, I think you figure this out pretty quickly, but like, Lowell's the biggest of the cities we're talking about.
You're damn right.
Each one of these is a city. Damn right it is. Lowell, home of Mickey Ward, by the way. Fact.
Fact,
Right?
I mean, you're on my Facebook page. We got a great interview I did with him.
I love it.
No shit.
Yeah.
Hell
Fucking two of Lowell's finest people to ever come out of the fucking womb.
Yeah, I come out of the parking garage and I go, there he is. I said, here we go, in action.
Nice.
You just did it right then and there?
I said, yo, can I get an interview? Yeah, he came out the bar. Hey, how you doing? I'm selling a shirt. I said, yo, let me buy a shirt because I know, if I give you some money, you can't say no.
Yeah.
And then boom, it was great. His son recorded it. It was great.
Awesome.
I mean, he's a great dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never heard a bad thing about him.
No,
ever.
Never.
You won't.
Never.
Ever.
Stand up guy.
So Lowell's the biggest one by far. Malden second, and Melrose is like the candy ass place that I'm from. But you know, like, do you feel like what ways do you think it's changed, like in Malden from when you being a kid?
It is.
And well documented. You grew up Malden projects.
Yep. Significantly different. And it's got its ups and downs, dude, right? When I obviously I'm heavily involved in sports still, now as a coach.
You're very involved in the community. I'll say
Yes.
that.
Yeah. I try to be.
That example.
But I had a perfect example, right? I played Pop Warner my whole life. If you didn't sign up as a kid at the banquet the year before, you weren't playing that year. You weren't guaranteed a spot. We are now begging kids to play fucking football, and it's sad. My squad, and I'm not saying that because I'm a coach. My squad's good. I've had these kids still 5 years old. They're all now 11 and 12, right? The other squads in Malden are just struggling. Baseball, which used to be like the biggest thing in Malden for kids,
Yep.
is almost, it's like extinct. It sucks. It sucks. A lot of it has to do with, I'll be honest with you, lazy fucking young parents who just want to watch their kids. You're going to give them money to play more fucking Roblox and shit. A lot, and then you got like the shit I was talking about last week, dude. You got some lady up there talking about turf fields are fucking racist. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
You know?
That's ludicrous.
So there's the gentrification of Malden for sure is happening, and it's not people that put it this way. I don't think they're bad people.
Yeah.
My opinion, they're a little whacked out.
Sure.
I don't think they're in touch with society as much as most people should
Yeah.
be. But in their mind, they think they're doing something right.
Sure.
So for me to disagree with them, okay, no big deal.
Yeah.
But let's be fucking reasonable here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the councilors and shit in my city right now, it's a war zone. It's a war zone. A lot of shit's getting to people's heads. And it's like, you got a little love from your little section of Malden, and now you think you're taking over a country.
Yeah.
Young people, you know what I mean? And now like it's just turned into like people don't even like people anymore.
Yeah.
Like that were like normal.
Sure.
You know, go have beer with them shit.
Yeah.
And now it's just turned into like it's basically them against the city.
Sure.
It shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Work with each other. And it doesn't happen. And it starts at like the fucking bike lanes, which we're turning into Somerville and Cambridge.
Don't start with the bike.
You got them in the bowl, I imagine?
There are, especially around the campus area.
Yeah.
But these bike lanes are retarded.
They are.
Different
It
colors,
sucks,
different
dude.
cities,
Yeah.
different. Fuck a bike lane.
Fuck a bike lane is right. Dude, we got a whole. Sorry, so you.
By the way, when you run for Mayor Lowell, I expect that to be a tag.
Fuck a bike
bike lane. Yeah.
JumpTown.
At JumpTown. By the way, shout out to my
You just planted that seed.
Hey, shout out to my boy Danny Baker, who I talked about last week. By the way, who said, because I talked about this kid, he's like he's a good looking dude. He's got jet black hair, right? And I go, yeah, people are asking about if he dyes his hair. And he's like, he texted me, he's like, who the fuck is asking if I dye my hair? And I'm like, meanwhile, I'm like, it was me, Danny. I was the one who was asking. No, I'm just kidding. But he's a big JumpTown guy. He texted me, he's like,
Awesome.
can I get in there for? I'm like, dude, if I let everybody in for beers Sunday night who want to have beers at JumpTown, I mean, I'd fucking be like the meat deli counter at Shaw's right now.
Let's
Take us out the door.
pick a fucking place and let's all. Listen,
I love it.
I've got to plug something later, so that's going to be the place you want to meet JumpTown.
I love it. All right, so I like the big thing that happened in the last few years was this fight to like change our logo, right? Our logo has been
The
since I
town's
was a kid,
logo?
Red Raiders, right? With the Red Raiders.
Yeah, I love the Red Raiders.
Every
Go hard.
Fire.
every person who's
Oh,
both
that is Lowell too, huh?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
okay, I bet they've still got it, right?
The Red Indian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was like a big thing by a lot of people who have a lot of time in their hands, right? And now it's kind of in limbo. I think with the Red Hawks, right? Although I love it, the Melrose football program refuses to. They just still put like Red Raiders on their jackets and shit. I love it. Here's the thing that I think where the disconnect happens from people who grow up someplace to people who aren't from here.
Right.
So I grew up here. All I know is Red Raiders. It's been that way since my dad grew up here, right? He was a Red Raider. What do I associate with Red Raider as myself, as a white 45-year-old male? Drinking in the woods with my friends who I played basketball with, right? That we were Red Raiders, right? That's it. So when somebody comes in here who's from fucking the Hamptons and moved here and is like, this is where I'm gonna fucking die on this hill.
Right.
We shouldn't be fucking marginalizing Native Americans, right? That's when I think that's how you get this thing where it's like, oh, you're a townie or you're this, or like, why do you care? It's like, well, I know you don't care, motherfucker, because you're not from here, so
Right.
it means nothing to you.
Right.
I get that, right? And obviously, like, I think of myself as a very like, the idea of anybody like being marginalized in any way makes me fucking, it sucks. You know what I mean?
Right.
Nobody, it's like from a kid who doesn't have anybody sit with that lunch table to somebody who's being identified the way because of the way they look. It is fucking brutal.
Right.
That said, okay, none of these issues were happening until like the last few years, right?
Yeah, this is all new everywhere.
And just people who listen to this show from Melrose will know this. We got a new school superintendent. this was kind of like whatever. There were emails exposed where the woman's like, I also think the problem is naming these schools after white American presidents. It's like, dude, what are we fucking doing here? By the way, they just happened to be white at the time they were presidents.
Yeah.
I don't know how to erase that. You can erase history. You can tear down every statue.
Right.
That's not going to change the fact that happened. Right. And that like things that flew then do not fly now. Right. Everybody had gonorrhea and fucking smelled like shit. Okay.
Right.
Nobody does anymore. Things change.
Yeah.
I get it. Right.
Thank God for deodorant.
That's it. It's like, oh, what do you have a problem with change? Why do you care about the... And like I get this, not a little bit of that vibe from some guys I know that have moved here who I love, who are like new to the, and I get it, but like it didn't crystallize till I kind of thought about it tonight, and it's like, I get it. It's like, okay, well, what's the big deal, dude? It's like it's just the fucking logo. It's like, but like the reason people act in a way that is like they get mad is because it's like you're tearing down something that, whether or not it's the person who's mad about it is right or wrong. You're tearing down something that's in the fabric of that person,
right?
How they grew up, right? So that is why you get this thing. It's like, dude, you can't just. It's like the old thing, right? It's like if I'm out at a bar and I was shitting on Danny, right?
Good luck, pal.
Yeah, but listen, if Danny was shitting on me, right? To you, right? And we're all imagine we're all the closest of friends, right?
Yeah.
That's fine. But if some guy walks up who kind of casually knows me and starts shitting on me, like, I can shit on my friends. You can't shit on them.
Yeah, right.
Like, that's how it works with friends, right?
Right. In the minute, you're like, fuck, he just said, I say that.
Yeah,
you don't.
You shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. I thought with that a lot. It's interesting, like, when things happen, and there's great things that come from money coming into places, right?
Yeah.
Like, things get better. Like, less crack on the streets in Lowell, right? Mm-hmm. Less, like, problems in Malden with fucking, bikers getting hit on the streets. But like, it is just one of those things. It's interesting. It's like, I think to look at it from that outside perspective of like, okay, like you have to have some bedside manner as somebody who's not lived here your whole life or lived anywhere your whole life to being like, okay, like, this person that is mad is, their parents were fucking Red Raiders or they were fucking whatever, right? Insert it. So it's like, it's one thing, like, and then it's also like the thing, it's like, dude, we got nothing better to do.
I guess here's my thing, right? Red Raider, to me, that's a fucking dope-ass name.
Sick.
So...
I'm going to stop buying all Lowell Red Raider shit now.
Well, I don't think you have a choice.
They just got a new wardrobe stuff. I'm like, yo, where was this 15 years ago?
Right. What I want to know, right, is like, do you have an influx of like Native Americans in Melrose that are like very upset about this?
Dude.
No,
of course not. You got an influx of fucking Karens. And fucking emasculated dudes. By the way, this is my real quick because I'll forget it. My father grew up in Melrose. My father listens to the show. I think I can say this. Okay. My father was like, he's getting so old, you don't give a fuck anymore. He said this to me and one of my buddies one day. We're at a party, and he goes, when I drive through downtown Melrose, he's like, I look at these guys pushing baby carriages with their fucking lattes and their multi-strap sandals, and the only thing I think to myself is, how does that kid have enough testosterone to impregnate a woman? That's a fucking high heat right there.
That's high.
Sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, but that's what I mean. So it got to a point where someone with this crazy idea said, you know what? I don't like the name Red Raiders anymore. Which, by the way, dumb.
Yes.
And someone listened to that who was also dumb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if someone was like, maul them with the Golden Tornadoes, if that somehow fucking embarrasses or like discriminates someone, I would hope someone's like, next fucking topic. That is so fucking dumb.
Well, I also think this too, it's interesting because I grew up in a predominantly white town, right? We had we had a couple black kids that lived here.
Yeah.
We had, you'd get one imported like Russian kid, like every like named like fucking
Vlad,
like Boris, like every like 2 years, it'd be like blah, blah, blah. Like, and then you'd have like you'd have the Mecco kids who were awesome guys, played hoops with a bunch of them. But that was like, we didn't have like what you guys had, right? Which was like, you grew up in a very, very mixed fucking bag, right? Like when I worked at the Chelsea Home Depot, it was almost probably like I was like one of 4 white guys that worked there. You know what I mean? Like I was like, I had never been in like such like a mixed situation ever in my life, right?
Right.
But that when you grow up with it, it's normal to you, right? Like that's what I've noticed from like you, for example, right, Danny? Like you grew up with all kids of different races, right?
So
so you are like completely comfortable around
I'm good in any hood.
People with white guilt, I think, in general, who grew up with all white people in like Iowa or wherever they grew up, and some like, and they have this feeling like, oh, I have to like do this thing to like kind of work to be in this way because that's what's righteous for me to do, right? In this like whatever. Whereas meanwhile, like I think like if you are comfortable in that situation, you're just gonna see what's normal, what's not normal,
Right.
You know what I mean?
And the thing about that white guilt shit, it's so fake to me.
Bullshit.
It's so fucking fake to me, dude. Because, like, you're going to sit there and you're going to fucking, like, the whole Red Raider thing, right? Are you going to the next powwow? No.
No.
No, you're going to go to blow your brains out at Encore at their casinos.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, like,
Yeah.
It's, what, just, why are we making it a thing?
No, dude, and like there's just a lot of things. There's a lot of ways that you could spend your time.
By the way, I know Encore isn't on fucking native reservation. I fucked that up, but whatever. Mohegan Sun, get fucked.
Son. But like, there's a lot of like, there's a lot of ways that like, okay, for example, exactly what you were talking about earlier, JumpTown, right?
Yeah.
You're thinking about when you're spending your time, you're thinking about LOL, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever. When you're not fucking slinging sick ass food out of the Denali food trucks,
Yo,
right?
we just
Making
created 3
content.
menu items today. It was phenomenal.
Oh, we're getting into it. Trust me, we are getting into the Denali food truck.
Can I talk about something real quick?
Yeah.
That beer was phenomenal,
Lady of the Lake.
but it smells like shit.
Does it really?
Yeah, it just stinks.
Really?
Yeah,
But it tasted good.
It tasted great.
Oh, it's like a.
It's like an after. It's
Yeah, it's like a lot. Yeah, it's a little.
it's the deep hops. It's,
Yeah, deep pops.
But like,
Sometimes all the deep pops.
yeah. What are you, fucking Sam Cooke from Sam Adams or whatever the fuck is it? Sam Cooke?
I just can't.
Just
you're
holding
letting
up the
your shit
fucking-
all over
Listen,
Abel
jump
like that.
down to say deep hops over
Yeah,
there, right?
I
Deep
just-
hops.
Because
Take a
it,
deep
was
hop.
like a mind fuck. Because like every time I took a sip, I'm like,
You
wow,
got a
this
little
smells
wolf?
really bad.
Yeah.
Dude, by the way, here's a little trick for the
just
people at
cracked one
home.
open.
For the people at
They're
home.
good. No, it's a very good beer. I would have another one, but I'm like, wow.
I've talked about this. Oh, by the way, just for the people at home, remember when I said I'm back on my shit, losing pounds?
Yep.
Down 5
Nice.
last week.
Good for
Let's
you.
go,
Here we
baby.
go.
Like, this is
Keep
what
it
I do.
going.
By the way, some people say they're gonna do it, and then they're like, at the end of the week, they're like, I can't lose any weight. And they had like 5 Cokes and like
Stop
a fucking
eating.
double on fucking Friday night. I'm drinking Topo
Fucking-
Chico. Look, my boys are in
I'm
here
watching
drinking
you.
beers.
The
I'm
second
crushing
one.
Topo Chicos in here, right?
Yep.
Here's the thing. Here's the trick about Topo Chicos. It feels like a beer. So it's like you kind
Dude,
of fucking.
I walked in. I thought you had a
Oh,
sale
dude,
on Rolling Rock.
When I didn't drink for a month, I was in here drinking 12 packs of Topo Chico. My Topo Chico
What are
bill
they?
was-
Any seltzers?
Yeah, they're like a Mexican water with
Well,
like
there you go.
a
Now,
lime.
so you like the
It was like
Melrose.
a green bottle.
You
or
like the
whatever.
Melrose people now. You're so
Just
diverse.
fucking
Mexican
take-
water.
I mean, I'll take their water and then I'll ship them back to their country. No, but when you think about, all right, so we were talking about this earlier. You think about Lowell, right? And you do think one of the things I like about what I see from your content too is that like you are very involved in the community and like trying to make things better. Like you said, people create a facade. It's like, hey, look at my fucking sweet ass car. Look at me on a fucking jet, right?
Right.
It's like, how about look at what I can do, right? So it's like, for the people that are out there that are like, hey, we gotta change the fucking Red Raider logo, and because some Native American person who doesn't give a fuck out in like wherever, Sioux City, is be bullshit.
Brings you
What
back to
about-
Hilltop real quick.
What's that?
So you just brought me back to Hilltop with Sioux City, dude.
Yeah. What about like instead being like, here's ways that we can like create diversity within the town that don't include fucking tearing down this logo. Like let's start this like
How about
fucking
embracing it? That's
a community
fucking
center or
badass
something like
name,
that.
dude.
You know what I mean? Like just like you're spending your time thinking about like how are we gonna make this place better, right? Rather than like how am I gonna subtract something to make it better? Do you know what I mean? Like how you're adding.
Well, you got to be able to take people and get them to see your vision, because that's what I think people in their heads and in their minds have these made up things that they're so committed to getting done and haven't see through till it's done. Like this person you're talking about. Meanwhile, my vision and my passion, I'm gonna get you to see that vision, that picture when you close your eyes and put yourself in that position of a beautiful time. And you're not gonna think of anything else. You're not gonna want to be around the people like that.
Can I be honest with you right now? Like,
Be
I don't
honest
even
with
know
it.
what you just said, but I like it. I was talking about community leadership. Next thing you know, we're in a vision and a dream. I love it.
Dude,
That's community leadership. The vision and a dream.
That's community leadership. By the way, that's your next T-shirt. That's community leadership.
I was-
vision and a dream.
We are setting the
that was a
blueprint.
whirlwind.
Now we're in the fucking. Now
All
we're in
right,
the fucking.
we are in JumpTown.
We are in JumpTown. We are in fucking JumpTown. Is inside of the Cork right now.
I've been wanting to say this though.
Yeah, good.
Melrose.
Nope, Melrose.
Melrose
Malden,
Malden.
Lowell. what it's always been about, and it will always be about.
This is gonna be great. I already know.
Is respect.
Fuck yeah.
Yes, I agree with this.
I don't care where you're raised. You should be raised with respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And wherever you're coming from and going to, you know to be respectful. Don't cross the line.
And you're good.
Don't stare at the wrong people.
Yeah.
Keep your head down. And if it don't involve you,
Yeah.
see myself through.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you learn. I think you also like learn that stuff like as a kid because you're like forced to learn it. It's not a like obviously somebody tells you, hey, this is how but you get a pretty fucking good idea the first time you get a little chin music that like,
Oh, yeah.
all right, this is how we operate. You know what I mean? Like in this situation. You know what I mean?
It's the pussification of these kids these days, these last 10 years.
Dude, I've been like
softening.
trying to like find the right way because like, dude, there's no fucking secret, no denying it. I'm a social media whore. Give me all the social media dicks, and I just right. But I was trying.
So you got JumpTown here.
I was
right
trying
now,
to. I know. I was trying to figure out the right way, dude, because in this past like week or so, it's like really hit me how fucking disrespectful kids are these days. Dude, it's borderline infuriating.
Yeah.
How much like I watch it with my own eyes. These kids that are between like 13 and the high school era, middle school, high school era, and it's all about like what they see on like rap videos of like drill music now, that's like a new fucking
Drill, that's what they're calling it?
drill music. It's called drill music. And
Like that trap.
It's
but now it's that
basically
drill.
It's basically like it's a diss song. Every track is a diss song, and it's like talking about like literally fucking killing you. And like these kids like live by it. It's like, calm down, dude. You wouldn't hold a butter knife. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like they have that mentality that they have to act like that, and it drives me fucking bananas, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, and again, it stems back to because, dude, I am not sitting here saying I am the world's greatest father. I do what I can, right? I know.
You, by the way, I want to say, as you've said this before, you totally undersell yourself. You are a great father.
No, I appreciate that.
By the way, let me just give you an example. I went to pick my daughter up on Friday night at Malton Catholic. I look across the parking lot. Of all people, who do I see? High vis fucking yellow fucking safety shirt
sure
on.
did.
A baby strapped to him like fucking Galifianakis and fucking The Hangover.
and coaching the
And
youth of
coaching
America.
fucking football.
Nice.
Unbelievable fucking shit.
So like, but you know what I mean? So I do what I'm supposed to do. But I'll leave it at that. I'm doing it. But you got these parents out there, man, that like they let the inmates run the asylum.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what's wrong with America right now.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing it everywhere, not just Malden. I'm seeing it fucking everywhere. And then they have to act like they are someone that they totally are not. Kids that are like damn near related to me. I'm like, kids need to be beat again.
Yeah.
They need scared straight. Drop them off in Cork and max security prison and see how they fare.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll say this too. Like,
Everyone thinks that the entitlement just drives me up a fucking
I'll
wall.
say this too. Like the guys that I hang out with who are from Melrose and the guys who've moved here. I mean, birds of a feather flock together, right? I have something in common with my friends. We like to party.
Ooh, that's
we
good.
all like a good time.
Yeah, that was my
This
first
is
time.
like a
having it.
dessert.
Nice.
Sorry.
Yo,
Holy
JumpTown,
shit.
keeping that quality high.
Yeah, boy. But we all like to hang out, but like all of us have control of our kids. And I don't mean control in the way that like I'm fucking indoctrinating my kid and telling him what to do every day. But like my kids know how to act.
Right.
They understand. You know what I mean? They are respectful.
They understand the
fucking
assignment.
know. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, yeah, they understand the assignment,
Yeah.
right? And like all my friends, their kids are the same way, right? But I see it too.
Right.
And I think you see it just as much as you'll see it in a place like Malden or Lowell, you know, like a town like a place like Melrose, which now is like a kind of a rich town,
Yeah.
a rich city. Sometimes, dude, the richer the people, the worse the fucking family scene is going on.
For
You know what I
sure.
mean? And like,
100%. For sure.
and like, and
100%.
if you got a parent, there's not a big difference.
I think
in my
you s-
mind, there's not a big difference between a parent that's barely there in Malden, right?
Yeah.
Like because they're out doing whatever they're doing, partying, right?
Yeah.
And a dad that's never there because he's flying all over the country cutting deals.
Right.
They're both not there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like one's making money, so I guess that's the upside of that
Right.
of that one equation.
Yeah.
But like, dude, like I used to see it. Like I knew buddies who were prep school kids. You'd meet their buddies that were loaded, and these kids were fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
It was like It's like they have no rules.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's just a different type of fucking like freedom.
So yeah, I don't see that part of it because I don't know any for prep kids, but I do see the side of it that it's like fucking, it's asinine how disrespectful these kids are, and like it's almost like the kids are getting rewarded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they ain't fucking. They didn't get kicked off a football team. They didn't get whatever the fuck they're doing, Shaley, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
They get rewarded because of it, or not because of it, but they don't. Nothing. There's no.
There's nothing. They're not getting penalized.
No.
What they're doing.
They're getting rewarded for this attention.
And so like, just to
That's
like,
the reward.
right. So like, so bring it to like the hometown feel, right? That shit never happened when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Ever. Parents, dude, we've been down this road many times. Both of my parents are my life, but I was raised by my mother. She would not fucking tolerate the way that and dude, swearing is one thing. Like my son's around me, I'm like, swear in front of me, not your mother.
Yeah.
You're a boy. I understand what
Sure.
you're doing in front of your friends.
Yeah.
You see a lady cross the street, stop whatever the fuck you're doing, help her.
Yeah.
Type of shit. These kids are like recording her to see if she falls and shit.
Right.
It drives me fucking mental. Mental. Like I'm
Dude, that is
I got
like
steam coming out of my ears right now.
I'm laughing because I know exactly what you're saying.
I don't get how parents are okay with. And then this is the last thing I'll talk about as far as like these fucking test tube babies. The parents don't hold them accountable for anything. Kids are getting tossed left and right out of schools, and it's like, oh well, he's not gonna. It's not a fit for him. It's not a fit for him.
Yeah.
It's his fifth fucking school in a year and a half.
Yeah.
Right?
Where's the bottom common denominator?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Check your kid.
Yeah. Exactly.
Check 'em.
Yeah, your kid sucks.
Yeah.
Let me give you an update.
Again, so if it happened,
It's just it. Your kid sucks.
yeah, if it happened in the '90s, like you said, like dude, it would be repercussions. Like you're fucking done.
Dude, when I coached, so I've coached, like we talk about this all the time. I've coached a ton of youth sports. I coached my son's lacrosse and for 2 years, up until last year. That was my retirement. But I coached for like a couple of years ago. Now, one of the kids, I'm not gonna mention his name, obviously, but like, I like this kid now. He's a good kid. But he's a fucking pain in the ass. And the worst thing about lacrosse is give a kid a stick who's gonna fucking put him in a line. You know what's gonna happen? He's hitting somebody with a stick.
Yeah, of course
That's
he is.
Anyways, told this kid was raining out. Told him 2-hour practice, by the way. Hell.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing? Wouldn't stop. Then he called some kid fat. Now you've hit like the nerve in my tooth without Novocaine.
Yeah.
Like, don't fucking bully a kid. You know what I mean? Like, don't be a shit.
Right.
So his dad was, and I'll never forget, his dad was like sitting in the stands. I just made him sit in the rain the whole fucking practice.
Good.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm like the warden in fucking Shawshank.
Yeah.
You get fucking the Bible and discipline in this fucking prison. My buddy who ran like the lacrosse program was like, dude, he had to quit because he couldn't handle it, like getting mad at the kids. He's like, I just love fucking watching you coach because you. I'm like, dude,
No nonsense.
It does not. I do not stand for it. I'm not taking my time out to watch your babysit you.
Right.
You're either gonna do it. There was a guy who ran. I can't remember his name. He's an awesome basketball coach. He's a wicked tall black guy. I think he might have played.
No shit, dude.
Well, he's a lot
Basketball.
of. Yeah. But anyways, he's a coach. He runs a lot of programs in Melrose.
Okay.
This is what this guy would do. The kids would be talking and stuff. He would just sit there and go, I'll wait.
Yeah.
He'd just go, I'm going to wait. You guys, let me know when you're done. He's like, we can do this for 45 minutes. You guys can go home.
Right.
I'll wait. Eventually, they would shut the fuck up. It's like, you need, like, and then if you're not, so the problem is if you're not getting that somewhere, you need to get it somewhere else, right? And like you said, if you're not getting attention at home because your parents are doing shit, like whatever they're fucking doing, right? Whether it be nefarious shit or just like rich people shit, like going to the country club all the time. Your acting out is what's getting you the attention.
Right.
So then that behavior becomes rewarded, like Pavlov's dog shit. So it's like, so that's the same thing, right? It's like good behavior gets rewarded. You want to do it again, right? Bad, but you getting some attention, you want that attention, right?
Yeah.
No matter what, you know what I mean? And we've all seen those kids growing up, you know what I mean? They're fucking bad kids. It's like, you know, it's a combination of the, like, because listen, there's plenty of fucking kids who grew up with shitty ass fucking situations who are awesome people.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so like, I
I
don't
see
buy
that,
that
I
excuse.
see that
See
more
that more,
more
yeah.
often than not.
Yeah, but to the point too, where it's like you put that combination of a kind of a shitty kid in a shitty situation, and you got a really bad fucking situation going on. You know what I mean? Like those kids just don't last long.
Correct.
You know what I mean? They're in jail. That's
They
what
hurt
happens.
themselves, yeah.
You know what I
Yep.
mean? Or they're dead because they
Yep.
get on fucking drugs or whatever. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Sad,
It's interesting
unfortunate
too
truth.
because you know you talked about the opiate thing, which I know is huge, like a huge problem in Lowell. And it ran through Melrose pretty hard, actually, when I was, like, years ago. It was bad.
Towns like this is running through deeper than you think.
Yeah.
Dude, did we ever talk about Dope Sick?
Yeah.
Dude, what a crazy fucking series.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton's the man.
Yeah.
He killed it. But dude, it started in
Dude,
it started
I
in like the mills. Like
told this story.
coal mines, coal mines.
Told this here. Like, took a semester off from college, worked landscaping, and one day we were on my buddy's couch, and they were all like, I smoked weed, you know what I mean, drank, whatever. I did what we do, like when you're that age. Or this age. And anyway, so I was like, I remember they were all like, yeah, we got these perk 5, 10s or whatever the fuck they had, right?
Yeah,
and they were like, and they were all on the couch, just kind of like knocked out. And I'm like,
That's terrible.
I'm like, I don't want that. I'm like, I want to meet girls and fucking hang out, dude. I don't want to be fucking a baked potato on the fucking couch and nut. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, you got to. Somehow, this was a miracle because there's a world in which Brendan Ahern's like the fucking 15th person in Dope Sick or something like that. Because like I'm not like I like my substances.
Yeah.
But like God knows I love a beer.
Yeah.
But like I was just like, I don't want to do that because I'm like, it seems like you just like a lazy piece of shit.
Yeah.
And like a lot of those dudes that I was talking about, like they fought those demons for like a while. And they they were in and out. But like luckily those guys actually ended up okay. But like they started getting it and like they were getting 30s and then like a couple was selling it. They got jacked by like a fucking actual fucking gang member dudes, not fucking Melrose fucking pussies.
Socius.
Exactly, yeah. But like I'm just like it's one of those things. It's like you worry about your kids, you worry about the people in your community because it's like all it takes, dude. Right kid, right brain chemistry. They get a hold of that shit. And it's like that's it.
I've given up on how many wakes I've went to since high school.
Yeah.
Given up. I don't know what number. I don't know what the number is.
Yeah.
For fucking mostly opioids, and it obviously turns to heroin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things. I've never touched it. Thankfully, it's hit me in so many ways. Family, friends. It fucking blows, dude, because it don't discriminate.
Yeah.
And it rifles through communities everywhere. It don't fucking matter.
Yeah.
And
then
the
how it
sooner
is too.
people
Like,
realize that, the better.
the thing is too. I mean, we've all seen it, right? Because it's like I knew a bunch of kids I grew up with who got into it, whatever.
Yeah.
And they might get straight. And some of them, you got to get straight early because what happens is, you've seen these guys, right? It's like you knew them in high school, you played hoops with them, whatever, played football with them. They were fucking quick. Like I know a kid I grew up with, dude. This kid was funnier than any motherfucker I ever met. Some of the funniest shit I've ever heard come out of somebody's mouth came out of this kid's mouth, right? And you see him now, and I think he's been sober for a long time, but he's like a shell of himself. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you do enough drugs, dude. That shit eats your brain. You know what I mean? It's fucking. And you're not getting that back. You know what I mean? It's not coming back, So it's like, I don't know. I find that to be like one of those things where it's like, to your point where you're saying like, it's a big problem. You know what I mean? Like a huge problem, Which, by the way, I don't even want to get into the fucking politics. Right. The fact that this is started by fucking asshole corporations that just want to fucking get you hooked on.
That's a whole another show, because...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But anyways, all right. So listen, we got a couple more ads here first.
Yep.
Let's do, I'll start. Extra Effort.
Okay.
My boy Craig. Extra Effort Hockey.
Nice.
By the way, just for the record, a couple of these companies that are sponsors right now, they've gotten a free month.
Awesome.
They know that now because they listen to the show.
Yep.
Mostly because me and Danny are too lazy to invoice them or talk to them about re-upping. So that will be happening this week. But anyways, Extra Effort Hockey, 1,000 square feet of synthetic ice. My man Craig. He is your guy. All right? They are the place to go if you want to get your game to the next level. If your kid is playing hockey or just wanting to get going with it and wants a couple tips, this is the place for him to go. If they're great at it, they're going to make him better. It's an awesome place. Like we said, Craig's the best guy in the business. They also do have they can do shirts for you too. By the way, it's your free ad, Craig, right there.
There it is.
He does shirts for us. He did the pulling the courts. Yeah, he did the pulling the court ones for us. Go to extraefforthockey.com. As I always say, my buddy Greg Huntley sends his son Reed there, and Reed is a goalie and is nasty, and Greg does not throw his money around loosely. So that means that is a fucking vote for Extra Effort Hockey.
Bingo. Mike Brandano with American Safety Sprinkler. American Safety Sprinkler is a fully licensed and insured family-owned contractor. Michael Brandano and his team take pride in maintaining exceptional cleanliness and courteous professional work standards throughout their projects. Employees are skilled, hardworking, and friendly professionals. How do I know this? Because I used to work for Mike. They love what they do and they strive for ever increasing customer satisfaction. Mission is to determine and implement the right installation of service solution for each and every one of their customers. We strive to provide fast and friendly services with the highest level of craftsmanship, safety, and quality available. American Safety Sprinkler, 781-322-0500 or AmericanSafetySprinkler.com.
All right. Last one, because we're starting it right now. The Lily P's Hot Chicken Hotline.
Oh, here we
That's the
go.
fucking best thing I ever thought of in my life.
I can't wait to go there.
Dude, 50 Binney Street.
Dude,
Well, we're
it's
going to go
fire.
break bread.
I know.
You're going to
Fire.
love it.
Yo, please.
50
It's
Binney
fire.
Street in Cambridge, Mass. My boy Chris Parsons, executive chef.
I heard that, chef.
By the way, they call him chef. He doesn't even want to be called chef. He's like Bruce Springsteen. Didn't want to be called the boss, but they're like, you're the boss. That's chef. That's fucking Parsons. He's my guy. He just cut his ponytail off, by the way.
No!
Ludicrous. This guy was our ponytail guy in cornhole. I'm like, we need a guy in our cornhole crew that has a ponytail. He's our ponytail guy. Just cut it off. So good news. He still
Food
has
might be different.
yeah. Good news. He's a fire restaurant, but he's kicked out of the cornhole team. So no, they're awesome. Their fucking wings are unbelievable. They're jerk wings. Their oysters, deathbed meal for me. I've said it a million times. Their fried chicken's out of this world. Fried chicken and waffles. Their drinks are fucking. Take an Uber. Do yourself a favor. Get in an Uber.
Stiffies.
And get fucked. You're gonna get your brain is gonna be mush.
Yeah.
You're gonna wake up the next day and be like, all I can taste is fried chicken and guilt because you're gonna feel that fucking. You're gonna feel bad about yourself, but you had a blast.
Yeah, man.
All right, let me see if I can get these. These headphones should work. We're a headphone. You guys throw your headphones.
Yeah,
on.
this one worked. I could hear
Those
it.
headphones definitely work.
I don't want to knock over the Topo Chico. Hold on a minute.
All right,
Dude, this
so
beer
here's what we're gonna do.
This beer's fire.
Let's see here.
Yeah, I can hear you.
10-4.
All right. We're talking about. This is a long voicemail.
Can you hear out of yours?
I can hear what's gonna play here,
Okay.
but I'm getting an echo, so it's a pain in the ass. But anyways, this is for you.
I know. I already know who it is. Bobby Frey.
You don't.
Oh, really?
And this is 2 minutes. This is like the Schindler's List of voicemails. Here we go.
First of all, first-time caller, long-time listener. Really love the cast. Love what you guys are doing. But I got a few things, a little beef, if you will, that I got to bring up for the two hosts. First of all, Gilly, we haven't met, but I feel like I know you. However, I know you support the LGBTQ community, but please stop calling yourself a social butterfly. Social butterflies are for chicks, dude. That's what chicks are. You are a social creature, a creature of habit. Own it, be it, live it.
B.
Which LGBTQ community brings me to the next and most important thought that I have for you. The biggest, largest fraud of them all. The biggest fraud, it can't even be debated. Can't even be debated for multiple reasons. The biggest fraud of them all, the worst bad guy, is none other than Tom Brady. Pull it together. Everybody, all you Bostonians, all you Patriot fans, quit rubbing
Patriots.
his balls.
Is this Paul?
Quit stroking his shaft. He is a fraud.
Paul.
He abandoned you. He abandoned you and didn't even so much as say goodbye. Literally, like, spit in your face and just left and then spit in it again when he thanked the Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan base. Jeez. And what kind of guy retires and then unretires? How much attention can you have? How much attention do you need? You're a fucking fraud. On top of that, we should have known this. You all knew that. Should have known this. I knew it. I knew he was a goddamn fraud 10 years ago when he started advertising for Uggs. Yeah, the cushiony, nice little boots. Pull it together, Corkers. Tom Brady is a fraud. Finally, he's now on Instagram promoting his own brand, but he loves promoting his underwear. Fraud. Fraudulent behavior everywhere. Please, pull it together. Admit it. He abandoned you. He gave you a couple good rides, but then he dished you like the fraud that he is. Quit showing this man respect and move on. I expect more out of Corkers. I expect more out of Patriot fans. JumpTown out.
Polly JumpTown.
He calls himself Paulie JumpTown. By the way, I have to take these headphones off while I talk because in between calls because I just hear an echo when we talk.
So here's my thoughts.
I want to say this real quick. I almost didn't play this. And the only reason I almost didn't was because if we did frauds again, I was going to bring up the fact that I think Tom Brady's kind of is a fraud in ways. Do I think he's a fraud in the field? Absolutely not. I think he's the absolute 100% real deal.
Yeah.
But every man has their problems, and Tom Brady's crazy.
I think it has to do with his crazy Brazilian wife. And they,
Probably.
And there is trouble in paradise.
Oh, there definitely is trouble in paradise.
Here's what I will say. First off, social creature, I'll take it. I'll take that. What I won't agree with is who retires and unretires. Just off the top of my list, Michael Jordan, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, he retired. He was pretty good.
Jay-Z retired?
Yeah. How about Robert De Niro? He came back. All right. There's three right off the bat that will knock your dick loose in whatever they do. All right. So Tom Brady can do whatever he
Yeah,
does.
he's probably going to win a Super Bowl, yeah.
Want to know why? Because he's the fucking greatest human ever.
He is the greatest quarterback of all time.
What I will not agree with Tom Brady, he kind of left us out to dry. Kind of gave us a little half-ass whatever. He gets away with it in my book. What's going on with his cheeks right now is bothering me.
Dude, it is.
He looks like he's deteriorating.
He looks like he coaches women's field hockey at like Nebraska.
Yeah, no, not even like D1. Like it's
like
they take buses to away
yeah,
games.
like he looks like he like Quinnipiac. Like
Yeah,
he's like
yeah,
Quinnipiac's like field hockey.
He
coach.
doesn't look well.
No.
And it's because of that bitch Giselle.
Yeah, because dude, she made him into like a. Although I don't know, dude, he's a super vain dude. Anyways,
Here's the thing, right? All three of us right now,
he has an addiction. His addiction is to winning football games and looking good.
right. So,
My addiction is to like drinking booze and partying.
right. But like every guy needs to get away from their girl.
By the way, real quick, no, I'm not like a fucking alcoholic. Whatever. Anyways, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
As far as you know.
Cover your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, he everyone needs to get away from their wife. He has the best job on earth.
Yeah.
You're gonna fault him for that?
No.
No. Fuck off. The guy wins. He's a winner. People from Kansas City are probably a little upset because Patrick Mahomes walks like a fucking transgender himself. That fraud. You want to talk about a fraud? Which, by the way, I was at. You want to talk frauds, bro? You want to talk frauds? I was at the Brown University game yesterday in Providence. That's where I got this wicked sick sunburn.
Yeah.
So Jake Wilcox, my guy, he's the quarterback for Brown.
Yep.
356 yards, double OT win, no big deal. All right. Who is the number one receiver? His name is Graham Walker. Why don't you look up who his half brothers are? Oh yeah, it's Patrick Mahomes.
Really?
Yep. Oh yeah, because the father's a cheating prick. Half brother plays for Brown. He's nasty.
Really?
All right. So the Mahomes fucking brand that you guys love, yeah. Father's over there dicking down some broad, and he's playing Division I that no one talks about. His name is Graham Walker. How much Caucasian can you get?
Say his name.
Graham Walker. God damn it. All right.
I knew, by the way, when I heard that voicemail come through,
Yep.
I actually, the end of it I never listened to because I'm like, I wanted it to be a surprise and I just wanted to watch a reaction. All right, we'll get the next call. You ready?
Paul. I can't wait to meet Paul.
Oh, yeah, he's the best.
Yeah, Paul.
All right, you ready?
Come to the JumpTown
Paulie,
party.
jump.
Ain't more than muffler. I'm 2 for 2. About to be 3 for 3. Goes to Aaron Rodgers and Marshawn Lynch come storming into South Bend. Lead the Cal Bears to a 23-20 upset over the Irish. After the game, Fortune, better known as Charles F. Sutton and his John Deere, get their pink slip and are sent off into the Malden Purgatory to Roosevelt Park to tender organic wood chips. Irish 0-3, Chooch, out.
He's fucking soft. That's Bobby, for sure.
Yeah.
He is soft as a grape, dude.
I love that he calls it every week, by the way, with his predictions.
Calls every week. So Bobby is originally from Brockton.
Okay.
Which if I can say like two cities that are like outside of the Boston area, I'd say Lowell and Brockton are pretty similar.
They're pretty similar, yeah.
Very
You
similar.
know, Bobby is like, I think he's 45. No, not 45. He's like 42, I think.
Yep.
But he lives in Lynn now. His son's a fucking unbelievable kicker, football player. But like his leg is unreal. Bobby is a Michigan State football fan. Who the fuck is a Michigan State?
They
fan?
got their dicks kicked in by Washington, by the way.
They lost against Washington.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Don't tell me that.
Go look it up right now.
I did not see this. Is that why he's been quiet?
I would assume so because I bet Washington they definitely covered. And they
Oh
were,
my god!
yeah, they fucking buried them, dude. Buried them. Michigan State was number
39 to 20. You fucking piece of dog shit, Bobby. Hey, let's move up in the rankings. Here comes Spotty. You fucking suck. You lost to a bunch of Starbucks baristas. You fucking loser. All right? Tay, that's why you'll always be little brother to a place they call a big house that sucks. All right? Ohio State sucks. Big Ten sucks. All right? Stay independent like Notre Dame, you fucking losers.
I love that the people who call in, all their like thing is to rile you up. Like they want to.
It works.
I'm fucking riled up. Thank you. All right, but this one is not riled up. This is the third final call in of the week. Right?
All right.
This is a fraud.
Hey guys, biggest fraud. The word thick.
Thick.
You never know what you're gonna get.
I love the word.
Are you gonna get a 400-pounder? Are you gonna get a fucking chick with a shelf butt? The word thick. Fraud.
He has a great point.
I'm pretty sure that's the guy who did the emotional support animal.
So I found out who that was.
Oh, okay.
I can't believe that he called in. I didn't know that he listened.
Okay.
But that is hilarious because he's right. But I do love the word thick. Like I love when I see somebody that's like. I usually love it like not like in a gay way, obviously, but like when it. But like when like someone's like
obviously
like when someone's like big as like a dude, I'm like he's thick.
Yeah.
Just
yeah,
to like make it weird.
Yeah.
You know. And so like my buddy Joey, he calls himself Thick Elite because he plays semi-pro football. We went to his game yesterday. He's fucking huge.
Yeah.
He's built like a fucking brick shithouse.
Yeah.
But he calls himself Thick with 3 C's. Thick.
By the way, speaking of sports, By the way,
Can I take these off?
hotline? Yeah, you can take them off.
And the second question is, can I turn on that AC?
Yeah, go ahead. Just press that button behind you.
You want to fight me?
Yeah.
You don't want me pushing buttons.
There you go.
Just as
That's all
power.
need.
There you
That's
go.
all
Just for a
need.
little cooler in here.
I agree with that.
So, went to hoops the other night.
Yeah.
Last Monday. Almost blew my fucking knee out. I'm done. Retired. Fully retired. I'm not meant to be playing basketball anymore. I'm too old.
You're just good at shooting at the carnivals, though. You're still good for that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's fine. I'm a carnival guy now. I'm full time. All right, so listen. I want to talk about Denali food trucks.
Oh, you want to talk about that?
So listen, you worked at UPS for a long time.
I
right?
did 7 years.
7 years at UPS.
Yeah,
And you retired.
you can say that.
Okay. How'd you get in the food truck business?
I just said I want it, and I did it.
Did you know like a guy who was in it already?
So I knew that Denali Food Truck just started. I knew that Donnie White was doing booking
By
and
the way,
cooking.
I'm watching your videos. I fucking love Donnie White.
He's the man.
Donnie White is a fucking.
He's got a great story behind him. He knows everybody.
Yeah.
He's connected in all the right ways.
Yep.
And I knew that where I was heading right now with JumpTown on the brand and what I really wanted in life was not to be working at UPS. It's
Yep.
to get out there and cook and be involved with the people and hopping from town to town and just enjoying whatever
Dude, that's
it brought.
like perfect for you.
Dude, yeah.
Like getting off the truck, talking to people, like fucking, you know what I mean? I was watching the live video you did from NBC. You guys were at NBC Studios.
We were at
the other
NBC
day, right?
10 Studios Wednesday doing
Yeah.
a lunch rush, got our asses kicked in. Line was 50 deep, and it's 2 of us in there.
Yeah.
Donnie's like, "You need me to come in?" I'm like, "No! Need you to take the orders? It's all right. We're working the kinks out for
Yeah,
us."
you get it going.
But it was a blast.
By the way, in
And the
case
best
you,
part, not one complaint.
in case
that's
you were
all that
wondering what the
can't
number,
beat
what
that.
the official food truck of Pulling the Cork is, it's
Yeah.
Denali Food Trucks.
Yo, Denali food trucks all day.
So, like, what is your main, like, menu items?
sausages here. Sausages. Bianco's 8-inch Italian
Yes.
sausage,
It's really-
local.
Yep.
Yes.
Pianti bread,
Malden,
local.
Mass.
Malden's own.
That's all we believe in. My man Donnie White's from Malden. His grandmother's living in a tower in Malden.
shit.
Oh, nice.
Like, so this dude's local. He's all about supporting that. So we push that every time we're selling these sausages.
There is nothing better than a Bianchi sausage on a pianadosi roll.
Done.
Nothing.
Dude, I mean,
Donnie White and Adam JumpTown take care of you.
by the way, the name Donnie White is so sick.
So fire.
Like that is a movie character. Name.
Yeah.
Like Donnie White. Like no Donnie White.
That's a 12-inch car.
Nobody calls Donnie Donnie. They call him Donnie White.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Donnie,
yeah.
he's a 2-name guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like Danny Baker,
Yep.
Danny Gillis,
Yeah, yeah,
Donnie
yeah.
White. You know what I mean? Like
I agree.
Adam JumpTown's a 3.
Three.
But, I mean, that's a rarity. right
JumpTown
there.
is an Irish battleship, dude. He's 3 layers.
Yeah.
I
All right,
agree.
so listen, I got a surprise for you guys. I got a surprise for you.
Oh, yeah?
You kind of know about it. Do you know me and Danny have a food truck? Do you know that? No. Okay, all right. Put your headphones on. We got a big event coming up.
Nice.
and I got a commercial for it.
Let's do it.
This Saturday, September 23rd, in the Shitty Trailer Park next to the Golden Banana Strip Club on Route 1.
For real?
The Cork presents the Get Your Cork Pulled food truck. That's right. Serving food with soul while the strippers work the pole next door. Brendan and Danny will be on the flat top. Music will be blaring in the park from dawn till dark. Chicken, steak tips, fried Oreos, and all the sausage you can handle. Bring the fucking family out and experience the Pulling the Cork petting zoo, where you can pet a trailer park pit bull or a retired stripper for $5. And while you're over at the Banana, getting yours peeled, Pulling the Cork is slinging sick-ass deals. First deal, the Hop the Fence with a boner special. That's right, hop the fence from the Golden Banana with a full stilt, and you'll get a free sausage. And the deal of the day, the Get Your Cork Pulled special. Buy a piece of pizza for $10, and you get a fucking hand job. That's right.
Just a piece
of pizza and a
though.
hand job for $10. What are you gonna do about it? Grab your slice and head to the back of the truck. Slip your dick in one of our state-of-the-art receptacles and enjoy your slice while you get a hand release in heaven. Is it a guy behind the wall of the truck or a girl? Who cares, man? Have a slice of pizza and a hand job. It's not Danny and it's not Brendan. Your life sucks anyway. See you Saturday, September 23rd.
So is this real? Is
No, it ain't fucking real.
Oh man.
Dude, that would be a great deal though. $10 for a hand job and a piece of pizza. Dude, I'll tell you two things.
you're not paying
One,
for- you're not paying
I
for
showed
this.
my wife this ad.
Yeah.
She was like,
It was a great ad.
she was sitting right here. She looked at me. She's like, "What are you doing? Like, what are you doing?" That story comes from though is I was at an after party at a wedding. All my buddies from Melrose I grew up with. My buddy Josh has talked about many times. There's the Ironworker Josh. Everybody knows who he is. There were all these random guys in there that were like friends of other people, and he started coming up with this thing where he's like, dude, we own a pizza shop, and they're like, oh yeah, and he'd be like, yeah, he would go, yeah, he's like, you got a piece of pizza and a Coke for $5 and a hand job in the back, and the kid would be like, oh nice, and he'd go, but here's the twist, and the kid goes, what? He goes, the guy's gonna give it to you. And dude, people, we basically got in a fist fight in the hotel room because some kid was like, "You saying that because I'm Asian?"
Yeah.
He's like, "What? No." No. Anyways, yeah, I just thought that was a funny fake commercial. I wanted to say we were going to be in the parking lot of the Golden Banana. Then I'm like, maybe we get sued by the Golden Banana. So I'm like,
Next
we're the
to it?
shitty trailer park next to the Golden Banana.
Yeah.
There's nothing like a trailer park next to a strip club, by the way. I will say one thing now that for the people playing along at home who aren't from here.
Right.
If you drive up and down Route 1, which is like kind of the North Shore highway here, you will see a lot. There's like 3 prominent strip clubs.
Yep.
The Cabaret, Golden Banana. We've talked about this before. Try
Squire.
the fucking Bermuda Triangle strip
Yep.
clubs. The Squire. The interesting thing is there's these like trailer parks next to them.
Yeah.
I've never known a single person who lived those trailer parks.
Never.
And I don't know that they're real people or they could be like one of those conspiracies where people like, those are aliens.
Yeah.
Like that, like they're just surveilling people.
Uh,
That could be a case. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like I could believe that.
I have also never seen it. By the way, imagine just like, because I imagine everyone in Trailer Park just rips butts religiously.
Yeah.
So they're on their
Hands down.
porch and just looking out the back door waiting to like just get a sneak peek or something. Yeah. Poor bastards.
I had a buddy whose mother bought a trailer in one of those parks, and like he was not happy about it. Anyways, but she ended up making money on it. She's like, I might buy another one, and like then maybe making like $8,000 or whatever she made on it. And I'm like, dude, what a fucking sad show that would be, like HGTV Trailer Park Flippers. Like fucking.
That's gonna happen. You know that, right?
Oh, obviously, dude. Obviously, it's gonna fucking happen.
There's like people out there that are buying like there's a thing on Netflix right now like Buy My House or something, and it's like what reeled me in and I fell asleep immediately, so I have to find this episode. But the trailer is they're in the middle of nowhere, like you don't see civilization.
Yeah.
And these people create their own water and survive on it, and they grow their own food, and they're trying to sell their house. When I say create their own water, like they have a fucking full greenhouse, and like the condensation, like, and they filter it into their house.
Wow.
Dude, so yeah, big time. So like I saw this, I might have actually saw it last Sunday when I left here, and I was like, I'm gonna watch this because like football was like damn near over.
Yeah.
And I put it on, immediately fell asleep because it wasn't the first episode. But I saw that trailer and I was like, I'm reeled in.
Yeah.
I was like, how are they gonna sell this house? And why can't you just go buy Poland Springs fucking water?
Totally agree. By the way, did we do safety sprinkle? I think we did.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Free ad for us. 10/28.
Ho ho ho!
October 28th.
You coming? Halloween party?
Well, right now, no.
Fuck, we do here.
I'm just being honest. I'm a busy fucking guy.
Hey,
That's
you
a
got things
Saturday
going on.
night
That's
in
a
the food
Friday
truck
night.
It's a
business.
Friday
It's
night.
Friday
Well,
night.
there's a better chance I'm not going to be there.
All right. Into the food truck business, dude.
No,
You know
but to be honest, I want to be there, but the weekend before, I got something.
We'll
But
see
anyways,
you.
anywho.
All right. Yeah. So 10/28. Lily P's chicken. You've heard about it. You've heard the legendary. Maybe you don't want to drive all the way to Lily P's, but you want to eat their food. You're gonna eat it there.
CJ the DJ.
CJ the DJ fucking friended me on Facebook. I went 6 to midnight immediately.
Dude, Hazelite fuck.
Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm pumped. I got a message. By the way, 2 things. In my one of my favorite fans who made the cups for us, and
Yep.
she actually didn't buy the first.
One of your favorite flans?
You did say flans.
Flans like a.
Adam's losing his mind
you know
right
what
now.
you know what flan is? Flan?
Flan. Yeah, I know what flan
Yeah,
is.
it's like fucking some type of like English food.
No, it's fucking Spanish,
flan.
dude.
It is?
Yeah. Come
Oh,
on.
maybe I heard about it on an English show.
Yeah,
I heard about The Office.
He had an English chef cooking it, probably.
Yeah. Gordon Ramsay's
Anyways,
like,
one of
hey,
my
you
favorite-
piece of filth.
Favorite flans and fans. Anne the fan.
Yeah.
There you go. She wasn't the first one to buy a ticket. I was just busting her balls. She was embarrassed. You weren't the first one to buy a ticket. Anyways, Sean, our boy Sean from fucking Insulation Situation.
Yep.
One of his wife's friends is like really close friends with Maggie. She's like, I'm coming. I'm trying to get people to go.
Fuck yeah.
Maggie's pumped.
Hell
so,
yeah.
anyways, Maggie was super motivated after hearing that thing. She's on her
Small world, dude. You wouldn't want to paint it, though.
Yeah.
Tell you what's going to happen.
What do you got?
JumpTown's going to promote it on the Jump House this Tuesday.
I love it.
We're gonna
Yes.
push it.
Hey, talk to us about the Jump House. Let's get into that.
So listen, the Jump House is just a small local radio show. It's out of Littleton, Mass. It's guys who've been in the industry for a long time, want to do their own thing, bought all the equipment, rented out a whole bottom of a mill, have a studio for a 6-piece band to come in and record music, where you can just have 8 dudes around a round table and just hashing it out just like this.
Yep.
Somebody went on it to promote Merrimack Ales. Just so happened to be a dude playing guitar that I was booking at Merrimack Ales to have to be on the same show. We had no idea. They kicked it off and they're like, man, Jump needs to be here. And then they told me, and now here we are, 15 episodes in now.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
And you do a lot of pushing the community on that show.
It's all about local. The Jump House
Yeah.
is all about supporting local businesses, local craft breweries, restaurants, musicians, events. That's all I talk about. That's all I highlight. All 3 hours this week is going to be 3 hours of local hip hop music from 20 miles outside of Lowell.
That's awesome.
Nice.
And one guy in Toronto who's been following me.
Nice.
Shout out to the devious one.
I like it.
That's
I like
awesome.
it. Dude, it's not like having a little fan like in somewhere else.
That's great.
Dude,
I
but
mean, it's
didn't we
only
have,
growing.
we had one listener in, like, Afghanistan, right?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
International.
Yeah, international fucking shit. By the way, you know what we have I look at like, by the way, we have tons of women to listen to the show.
Yep.
As we say, we love the lady listeners.
Love
We get a lot of people in Brooklyn listen to the show.
Nice.
And I don't know, it's like our 4th biggest place. It's like Malden, it's like Boston, Malden, Melrose, Brooklyn. Like,
Where Brooklyn at?
dude,
Where
so
Brooklyn
if
at?
you're like one of the Brooklyn people, if you're one of our Brooklyn people, I want you to send us a message. Let us know how, like, why there's Brooklyn people listening to the
I
show.
tell you
fucking
why.
great.
Because the culture, the conversation,
Yeah.
just the banter just keeps going. These are people you walk by, they're just talking, shooting the shit on the street. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
That's all this is.
And they just want to hear that. They
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's
So
all it is.
so is your last name really Jump?
100%.
Okay, so when did you start going by JumpTown? Because that's my favorite tagline of all time.
Probably 2019.
2019.
Yeah.
You're like, this is my fucking brand.
Well, yeah, I had to embrace it.
Yeah.
Went all in on the logos. Dropped it like a G&a-half on fucking t-shirts.
Yeah.
And been slinging them out the car for like 3 years
I
now.
fucking love it, dude. I love it, dude. I love it.
But, yo, shout out to So Boston. Yo, go catch that truck out of fucking Connecticut. Union Printed Press Shop.
Nice.
Supporting that all day. It's a Teamster press shop. So
It's awesome.
Nice. Yeah, because my favorite tagline on the internet is Adam JumpTown.
Well,
Like,
see,
that is-
there's a JumpTown not close. Then there's the parachute place. You jump out. They're JumpTown. You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
yeah.
So that's why I say Adam JumpTown.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Save your face.
Yeah.
You know?
Some of those, by the way, the first beef review was like, hey, JumpTown, why don't you go jump off a bridge?
Yeah.
And you were like, thanks, buddy. I'll take that under
That dude
Hey,
consideration.
always a
comments every
thank you.
video now.
Dude, by the
James
way,
D. D'Ambrosio, I think that's his name.
Yeah. He tries to come at me sideways, too.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, dude. I
go,
gotta,
get off my dick, bro.
I will fucking body bag you.
make a video, buddy.
Yeah.
Do me a favor,
Yeah,
make a
please.
fucking video.
Make a
want-
video.
hey,
That's all I ask.
Dude, that's the best. That's the best, though, right? So, like, people would try to come at. That's how, like, I kind of got, like, you know, beef fucking known.
Yeah.
Is because people try to come at me sideways, and I'll slit them side. They have no idea what's coming.
Yeah.
Katana blades everywhere. Just fucking,
Bodies just all over the
all over the
internet.
place.
Just the fucking, you're
Yeah.
like, it's like Kill Bill
And
with
I'm
you.
standing there with a fucking
Yeah, you're like
roast
Lucy
beef in my
Liu,
hand.
like everybody's
Yeah.
just dead in the
Dead.
fucking
See you later.
scene. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, dude, I mean, it's interesting to me. And like, dude, that hat is fire, by the way.
So, again,
So you're wearing a Mill City hat.
Everything about me's local. Half of my clothes that I wear will be from local artists. This guy's Mill City Wear, downtown Lowell. He's been pushing clothing for like 25 years on Bridge Street. Now
Yep.
he's on Merrimack Street.
Yep.
Solid dude, connected to the radio, Boston George. And there's just a lot of, I surround myself with good people.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
like,
Right
as,
people.
as far as like UMass Lowell, right? Do you get a lot of listeners from like those kids there?
I don't think so at all. To be honest, I don't know how many people listen to my radio show.
Fair enough.
I don't control that. The dude
Sure.
at the radio station does. All I know is this last quarter has been the best quarter
Let's
ever.
go.
Nice.
And I know that my radio show has been a part of that quarter.
That's great, dude.
And I know that I'm watching my fucking Facebook and shit grow
Yeah.
right now. So
Yeah.
it has to do with all the hard work I've been putting in with the radio show and
Yeah.
self-promoting all that
You build it, they will
bullshit.
come, right?
I don't care if they don't come. I'm still going to build it.
Yeah, I'm sure that's.
Dude,
I
that's
mean,
it.
that's
the
the
attitude
thing
you need
about
to
me.
have.
You know what I'm
dude, that's
saying?
the thing. It's like, I don't know. I'm gonna do it anyways. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like stuff like whatever. I mean, like my wife's like, "What's wrong with you doing the commercials?" Like, that shit's like, it's just shit I do. Like I was sitting there. I'm like, this is fun.
That was a great
Like, this
commercial.
is fun.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Imagine if we had a real pull in the Cork food truck.
I
That's
think we
fucking
need to
great.
find a food truck to pull up there.
Well, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to
Do
have
something.
we got the big thing coming now, and we're doing Lily Peas.
Yeah.
Then in the spring we have to do something and incorporate Denali food trucks.
Well, listen, there's a lot of things going on. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
So,
Lots of things on the horizon.
a lot of action.
Because you know what happens with food trucks? A lot of times they become other things eventually.
Listen,
Maybe.
what I've been up to, I'm just going to host my own fucking festival.
Nice.
I know enough bands, people, musicians,
Yeah.
food trucks.
I know one guy that will play.
Yeah, and listen, I just found that out last week.
Beast.
Oh yeah.
Beast.
And then I went down your channel watching
Yeah.
your songs. I mean, it's really good.
Yeah. I can
And
do
if you
it.
send me an MP3, I'll play it this Tuesday.
Nice. Well, when me and Danny gonna come in the studio?
When do you want?
Yeah,
every
we'll
Tuesday,
figure out a time, yeah.
7 to 10,
All right.
Wave Radio, Littleton, Mass.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
yeah.
We'll figure it
You
out.
know?
What? So real quick, it looks like you have a chef's knife tattooed on you.
So boom, let's go to keep the quality high. Let's talk
Holy
about
shit!
this.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
So I got this chef knife when I became a sous chef for Burton's Grill, and I worked hard to get
So
that.
you've always been in food.
Always been in food. Lowell High School Culinary Arts Program, 2001, and I fucking was the only guy. It was all girls. I was the only guy in 2001
Big
in
dick
that
energy.
program.
Yeah.
Killing it.
Yeah.
I did everything.
Yep.
Fucking going to the freezer, eating fucking frozen cookie dough and shit. They don't know this. Anyways, listen, I got 100 in Spanish my senior year. You know why?
Because you're in Lowell.
No, because I sling soups to the teacher for every day. I paid him off with soups.
Like it was chill, dude. Love it.
You know, but anyways, what were we talking about?
How you got like I
Keep
was
the quality high.
Thank you. Exactly why I needed to know what we were talking about.
because he's
So listen, when I... but this...
kids on Mars right
Listen,
now.
a lot of people...
Kids on my.
A lot of people smoke weed.
Yeah.
Especially in the restaurant business,
Oh, yeah.
everybody's going to smoke weed.
Yeah, yeah. I wish I was
So-
good at it. That's duly noted. I'm terrible.
Trying to get people on your understanding of what you need to get done before going out to the fucking dumpster and smoking weed and coming back in and cooking. Understand these 4 things: knowledge, teamwork, quality, hard work. Keep the quality high. That's what KTQH really means. You need to have knowledge of whatever you're doing.
Holy shit.
Plumbing, fucking guitar, writing music,
Sure.
cooking. Teamwork. You ain't gonna get it done in the kitchen without a team.
Right.
Your dishwasher ain't in there, your cook on the grill ain't in there, you're fucked.
Boom. Quality ingredients, strings and picks.
Yep.
Tools.
Yep.
I want the highest quality and hard work.
We're going down a fucking
I
rabbit
fucking
hole.
love
Listen,
this.
hard work is what I'm made out of. That's Lowell.
Yeah.
Adversity, we fucking knocking doors down.
Yeah.
Hard work.
Yep.
That's what I embrace myself. That's my principle. That's my motto. And just I say, yo, we're keeping that quality high.
Yeah.
You know? and it sums it all up.
That is
And
fucking.
I love it.
I live on Weed Street.
Is that facts?
Facts. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Dude,
not a big
I
street.
can't wait till I can't wait because I know, like, obviously, I mean, there's guys live up in JumpTown, but when there's JumpTown fucking pre-rolls coming out of, like, the cannabis shops,
We're already talking about a JumpTown craft beer.
I fucking, look at this. Big things.
So the old fucking Beer Works in Lowell, which was the mill in front of the Songus Arena, right, was just bought out by this brew company that's micro-brewing beer and shit for people who just want their own beer.
Yeah.
Right.
So the JumpTown Jumpy Juice. I don't know. Something's coming. I don't know.
JumpTown Jumpy Juice. I'll be fucking drinking that shit.
Well, hell yeah, dude.
It's gonna
Fucking
taste
facts.
something like that Lady of the Lake smoothness and
Just
Christmas,
make it-
but with fruit.
Put that candle in it so it doesn't smell
Yeah.
like dog shit.
Yeah.
Dude, that's great. That's great. I love fucking, by the way, I also think, like, you know, I'm not a tattoo guy. You guys are tattoo guys.
Yeah.
Facts. But, like, when tattoos that you have, like, mean some shit to you?
All my listen. You get a tattoo, it better fucking mean something to you.
Yeah.
You don't do that shit if it don't.
Yeah.
Simple.
I saw this woman this weekend, and she had actually, my guess is she's, like, probably 50. She had a body set sail 1,000 warships.
Yeah.
Like, Greek times, they were, like, fucking emperors were killing each other for women like this.
Yeah.
Great looking chick. She had, like, a tank top, and she had the fucking, the Pamela Anderson armband. And I'm like, that is the worst tattoo.
Oh, the barbed wire?
Like, I know so much about you, like, right now, that, like, I can tell you spent a lot of time in Hampton Beach. You know what I thought about too? Like, saw a guy that I'm like, that guy, if somebody's like, what's somebody, like, Hampton Beach is up in New Hampshire. It's great place you could have, like, they have awesome food festivals and shit up there.
Yeah.
But they could get a little honky-tonk, right? It's the same
Most
thing as, like,
certainly can.
Old Orchard Beach. When I look at this dude that walked into this Cornwall fundraiser with him, like, that guy looks like, if somebody just shit somebody else, like, Hampton Beach. Tank top, guy skinny, tank top loose, hat sideways, right? Huge, too long goatee. Looks like he's leather skinned, he's so tanned,
Yeah.
right? Really bad tattoo on left arm. Pack of smokes hanging out of his pocket. Too long cargo shorts, and, like, beat up Nike Air Max. I'm like, this dude is born for Hampton. He goes to Hampton Beach, then he goes to Canopy Lake Park, and then, like, maybe he stops back in Lowell to hit Denali's food trucks on the way back. You know what I mean? Like, this dude, I'm like, that
Place
is what...
looks all right.
Yeah, yeah. What do you got in there, JumpTown?
Yeah, you got any sausages?
Sausage, yeah. So what are you talking about the new menu items, by the way?
So listen.
And how can people follow the Denali food truck?
Listen, first off, follow Denali Food Truck at iloveyoursausage.com.
No way. Are you dead serious?
100%
That was
serious.
available? That was
It was
available?
available. Donnie White's a smart man. iloveyoursausage.com or denalifoodtruck.com gets you the same website. Follow us on Facebook, though, because I'm always posting my videos of the items I'm coming up with that day on the food truck
And where you are.
and where I am. So today I popped up at Greeley Park, Nashua. I had a fucking loaded baked potato, fucking loaded with whatever you want. You could have get 2 eggs scrambled with fucking cheese and steak. You could have got diced up
I
ham
saw the
in that.
barbecue chicken.
The barbecue chicken
Which
we
you
were
were
trying to
using,
push
Jimmy.
because we had a lot of that barbecue chicken. So
Yeah.
you got to utilize the product you got.
Sure.
So I said barbecue chicken, and Donnie White only wants the Jimmy on there.
Yeah.
That North Shore beef Jimmy. So we got to buy the 4-gallon coming
James River sauce.
Dude,
it's for the people
So
at
we
home.
loaded that up,
Yeah.
basically in a baked potato with fucking cheese on it, and let it all melt in the oven. It was fire,
That's fucking awesome.
fire. And then we had the
I love talking about food. I can do this all day.
Denali Hangover Burger, 2 fucking 3-ounce patties, peppers and onions, cheese, hash browns, bacon, egg, fucking
Jesus
sesame
Christ.
seed griddle bun,
Fucking
360 degrees of crispability. Oh yeah.
Now, do you think when you guys come up with stuff, do you just like bounce it off each other and then you come up with, you throw something together?
See, this is what's fucking wild. The answer to that is yes, but I don't have to do that. I run that truck.
Yeah.
I have cards to go to these stores to get whatever I want.
Sure.
Boom, boom, boom. That's what I'm running today.
So every day it could be something different.
It could be. You'll get the sausage every day. You'll get the lobster roll every day. You'll get the burger. The
How do you
steak
do
and
the
cheese.
lobster roll? Do you do Connecticut
listen.
style, or you put the mayo in it?
Mayo and butter. We got the Kerry Gold, the highest quality,
The best butter in the world.
the best butter, the Kerry
So
Gold.
good.
So you're gonna get that dipped. We're gonna warm it up in just some regular water for you, nothing fancy. Keep the integrity of the lobster meat. Knuckle and claw. That's all we got.
Yeah.
Coming straight. So we work with Fishbones in Chelmsford. Very well established seafood restaurant. That's our commissary. We're ordering all our seafood. Comes from them every morning. They go down and pick it up in a van and drop it off there, and we pick it up from them.
Oh,
Same
shit.
thing with the produce and everything. That's where we're working with them as our commissary. What we talking about?
Well, I mean, listen.
Maz. Kids fucking playing Uno with aliens right now.
Reverse.
By the way, this is why because I'm also not like a monster weed guy, but like this, I see somebody like JumpTown, I'm like, fuck, I wish I was a weed guy.
No, but here's the best part. You were fucked up once. I was fucked
Yeah.
up. Our first guest is fucked up.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I'm not fucked up. I've worked 16 hours
Exactly,
and
that's
smoked
exactly it.
2 joints and a shitty roast beef and 6 beers by this count.
Yeah, fair enough.
Do the math.
yeah, exactly. No, but you're my favorite. By the way, you're the difference is me and you was slurring our words. JumpTown's just going into outer space, not coming back. I like that though. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I
so
think, dude. But how good does it feel? Let me ask you a question. You worked at UPS for a long time,
Yeah.
right? And now you're on your own. You're fucking
Hey.
man. You are a man fucking on his own right now, right?
Hey, so
you're in
I-
charge. How good does that feel getting up in the morning?
It feels really good. 100% from the heart. I feel great. I'm breathing great. Mentality's greater. There's clarity. There's vision that I can see because it's mine. It's right there. There's no more talking about it and waiting for it. You know, and I think that's the opportunity I had to ask myself. Stay with a nice union job, benefits, and nice pay. But I'm waking up at 12 in the morning, working till 9,
Yeah.
loading trucks.
Yeah.
Takes no brains, no effort.
Sure.
Right.
Nothing.
Yeah.
That's not me.
Yeah.
I need to be with the people. I need energy. I need to feel it back.
Yep.
You're down. I'm picking you up.
Yep.
You want something in your belly? I got it.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
I love
And
it.
this
Yeah.
is why I'm glad I made the move. We're about a month in now, and I'm not turning back.
Dude, I'll tell you what. So I pulled up, and he was already here. I'm like, who the fuck? Dude, came out with a Teamsters hoodie on. He's got Teamsters shit all over his fucking
Love it.
truck.
Love it.
And yesterday I was at Brown, which, by the way, I got to talk about this real quick, but I was at Brown with Sean O'Brien. He's in my local, local
Yeah.
12. His dad is the national president of the Teamsters.
Okay.
So I know these kids. I know the family
Yeah.
very well. Awesome people. So yesterday, real quick, we went down to Providence for the Brown game. I just talked about that. They had I've been to a lot of tailgates, college tailgates. Brown is an Ivy League school. It's fucking lily white, right?
It's fucking racist.
I cannot
racist
cannot
school.
explain how fucking weird Providence is.
Yeah, it's a strange place. I've been there a
Bro,
lot.
so with the gates open at like 9:30, so we left my house at like 8. It's like an hour and a half to get there from my house, right? Dude, we take the exit. The sun's barely up, right? The sun's still got the fucking cold in the eye,
Yeah.
right? Take the exit to go to Brown University. Again, Ivy League school.
Yep.
There's a guy walking across the street at fucking 9:15 in the morning, wife beater, aluminum bat, wrapped in electrical tape, walking severely aggressively. And Brendan, who's my son, he's like, Dad, where's he going? I go, I don't know.
The Purge.
I go, we're in the purge right now. I go, we are in the purge right now. So he's like, well, like, I go, maybe he's playing baseball. I have no idea, dude. So like, I took the wrong exit, but like, not like a wrong exit. Like I just missed an exit and it was like another 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So like, I had to do a loop around. So I do the loop around and there's just tweakers everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, this is Providence's methadone mile.
Yeah.
And he knows all about it because I don't hide shit. This
Yeah.
is reality.
Yeah, this
you
is
know?
life.
So he's like, is this where Jake's playing the game? And I go, no, it's a little up the road. You know what I mean? And like, dude, you go like literally a half mile and all you see is Victorian mansions.
Yeah. Dude, that's how a lot of places are. I mean, Lowell has sections that are like gorgeous.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
The
You
old,
go down
like,
133, fucking
Yeah.
Andover Street, you're
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
see the mansions. And keep
Right.
going down that street, you're going to see a crackhead and 3 homeless dudes sitting under a bridge.
Yeah.
All All right, here's a good question about Lowell. Are you familiar with the dude Bean Shooter?
The dude bean shooter?
Yeah.
No, I don't know nobody.
No, well, I'm friends with him on Snapchat. The guy's great,
I don't know nobody by that name.
hilarious. But I'll show you him. But either way, where the fuck was I getting at now? Hold on. Oh, Highland Cafe. Was that like a serious like fucking
Great
bloodbath?
place. The Highland Cafe, get a lot of crazy stories there, which isn't the bar now. The
Right.
bar is an old, like, some Asians bought it and made it an Asian restaurant.
Oh, it's not even there no more?
It's not there no more.
Oh, that's weak. I love, like,
But yeah, that was the rowdy ass bar growing up.
yeah. Is
Big
there any
time.
more of those still around, or are they all getting bought out?
Oh no, there's a few more of those still around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blue Shamrock still holds its own. Buckley's, it's another one. You know. And the one near my house, the Catcher's Man, it's a classic one.
What a
What
crazy
a name for a
dude.
bar.
Yo,
The Catcher's Man.
classic.
How is
That
that
is-
not a strip club?
That is a movie bar name. That's
It's just
unbelievable.
literally, that's probably, you walk in there, it's small ass bar, you're elbow to elbow,
Yeah.
one pool table, and everyone.
I love dives.
Late last calls, like that's the bar you go into after they close down at 1:30. You go into there.
Yeah.
Get that last one in.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
That's that place.
Yeah.
Ah, love it.
When
What a
you
great
were,
name.
So you were there when they were filming the fighter, obviously.
Yeah.
That must have been a huge deal. At that
It
time.
was a big deal, and that was kind of the turnaround of Lowell. I got to be honest with you, where how people see and viewed Lowell. You know, it was nothing but crack on that show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that was what it was, and they brought new vision to the city, and a new audience, if you will, that saw it for a movie and not for what it was. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Because
Yeah.
I saw it as Crack Street. These people see it as a movie about crack, so they don't see the reality of it, so they're not tying it together.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
think that it's a big difference.
It's interesting too because it's like, you know, when you have places in America, right, Lowell being one of them, or like, you know, Flint, Michigan, or these places that, like, you know, at one point we're like, you know, I think, you know, a normal person thinks of Lowell, like you said, they think of like the crack thing with fucking Dickie Eklund, they think of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
They think about crime, right? Or maybe they think about the resurgence of the city that's going through now, right?
Yeah.
But like, at once upon a time, like a mill city like Lowell was like the fucking place. Like,
Yeah.
like there was
The
like
heart.
fucking kings are made in places like that. Like,
Absolutely.
and what happens, and it's sad, is that like the world moves on, things change, industry changes, and now these places are left with, you know, like are
Crumbs.
left to deal with, like, you know, left with crumbs and left to like people who like, oh, that's my I'm gonna work at the mills. My dad worked at the mills. Like, that's how it's gonna be. And then all of a sudden that's gone, and like, what do? You know what I mean? When all you know how to do is that. You know what I mean? It's like it's a crazy part of like the American story, like the deindustrialization. How you that fucking word, motherfucker, of America. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so then you have crime, and those things kind of seep in, and you have poverty, and that happens. That's
Yeah.
part
Right.
of when industry leaves an area. you
Sure.
know? It happens a lot. And the funny thing is, for the fact that it's happened in places like Vermont and New Hampshire and Lowell, it's happened way more extensively in other parts of the country where it's like you're in the middle of nowhere and like you had a plant.
Right.
And that plant fucking was like where people worked. And that plant moves the fuck out of town.
And
And that
it's
town dies.
done.
You know what I mean? And like
Yeah.
people either stay and are fucking poor, and it just is bad.
Well,
you
that's
know?
the importance of supporting small business and not allowing big corporate greed to come in and take care of, or take over, not take care of that. And that's a true passion of mine, is supporting these small businesses and allowing them to make sure my money's being spent locally. I'll buy local product or eat locally all the time.
Yeah.
You know, for that exact reason, because I don't want a big chain restaurant to come in and put a mom and pop place out of business, you
Right.
know,
Yeah.
because they're supporting a lot of good families that are depending on those monies and tips,
Yeah.
you know.
Off subject, kind of, but I was at the Border Cafe today. It's my son's favorite restaurant.
Okay.
Took him and his cousin there. Which, by the way, I found out from my son. My son and my nephew play on the same football team. that
We got to
they-
get the name Border Cafe changed.
yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Offensive.
I'm offended.
Anyways, first of all, I found out.
Should be called the Open Border Cafe.
I found out that their nickname from the Build the Wall Cafe.
Martha's
from
Vineyard?
the coach is the Country Cousins. But I saw it on my nephew's Instagram, and I'm like, this kid already smoking weed? I'm like, calling himself the Country Cousins? Like, Like, you guys have fucking never been outside of Melrose, you know what I mean? It turns out the coach. So I took him the other day. 2 people walk in, guy and a girl. Punk t-shirts on, right? Fucking earlobes blown out with fucking whatever those type of earrings
Gauges,
are.
right? Yeah.
Double masks. And I'm like, you are so badass. It's so hardcore punk that you're like, I'm going to rock these masks in here. And like, listen, if you're at home and you fucking, you know, if you're in a situation where you are, I get it. Like, there's plenty of people out there for valid reasons are wearing masks. If I was that sick that I needed to wear a mask, would I be going to fucking Border Cafe like a dummy?
Right.
And then they wanted to eat outside. I wanted to fucking be like, can you have buy a quesadilla and slap him off the fucking face with this thing?
Yeah.
Like, he's got his like fucking, like hardcore fucking punk shirt on. And it's like, I'm fucking rocking him. Like, you virtue signaling fuck.
Antifa queer.
Oh, I fucking, like, what a fucking loser. Jesus. By the way, that was brought to you by Denali Food Truck. JumpTown.
Hey, the last time I was at Open Border
Last
Cafe.
time, by the way, last time I was at Open Border, I saw Darcy and Javon.
Correct.
Yeah.
So the last time I was at Open Border Cafe was this poor fucking waitress, dude.
Open the Borders Cafe.
Yeah, this poor fucking waitress. She's got every sizzling quesadilla imaginable a human could carry.
Yeah.
You know she trips and kills herself.
Did she really?
Dude, she had
With the sizzling?
3 on each side. And she's fucking going like this, and they cast irons going everywhere. And I'm sitting there just having a margarita, like, damn, that sucks.
Yeah, so if you were, obviously, Border Cafe is a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
Open the Border Cafe. We're going to open that next door to them.
Right next to Martha's Vineyard Cafe.
Let me tell you the best thing about that place. Here's a free ad for you. It's on Route 1. I had 2 kids with me, 2 fucking 14-year-old boys, right? Eating their fucking meal. I got, like, fucking my shit, right? And got Maggie something to go, my wife, right? That's 4 people eating. It was $41. It was $42. Okay, I didn't drink when I was there.
That is a great price.
Dude, we used to take the kids there all the time. Like, if you could, like, you know, in the food industry, like, you can give somebody something good to eat at a reasonable price where they're not, like, you know, you go, like we talk about all the time, dude. You go to McDonald's, you get robbed. Like, they're in your fucking pocket before you get the megaphone in your fucking ear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, and I understand, like, food prices are high. You got to make your money, whatever, right? And a food truck's a whole different thing. You get gas, you get all this shit, right?
So much shit.
Crazy stuff to think about,
So much
right?
shit.
So do you guys have one truck, or what do you guys have?
There's one truck right now.
One truck right now.
Yeah.
'Cause I saw you in front of like a taco truck the other day.
So he wanted to take me to this joint. He goes, I take everybody here. Everybody that meets me, I take them here. I said, all right, take me somewhere I've never been. That's where I want to go.
Yeah.
Here we go to this taco truck. The 2 Spanish ladies in there slinging these birria tacos. Fire. Absolutely to die for. Put the radish, the cucumber in there. What
That's
a bite.
real deal shit.
What a bite.
Yeah.
Need some
It was
crunch.
phenomenal.
Dude.
This was on Pine Street in Nashua, tucked away between these 2 buildings. I mean, it's a place you want to find and eat.
Dude, you wearing the chef hat though is all time.
Oh my god.
You like
dude.
that?
I love it.
Love it.
I get told to wear that. I don't want to wear that.
Oh, no, you,
I think, dude,
No.
I think it adds to the video.
Yeah.
But that's why we wear
that is,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
I mean, you do look like a little bit of a dickhead, but it's funny.
It is funny.
Yeah.
And that's why I do it. Because
And
I'm
guess
all
what?
about laughter.
Yeah.
Dude, we talk about this often. Laughter fucking, if you're a miserable cunt, I want nothing to do with you.
No.
You know what I mean?
By the
if
way-
I was next to, you know, the 2 Spanish ladies you just said, and I saw you just yelling sausages with that crazy hat, I'd be like, guess what I'm having today? Give me that Bianco.
I don't want you to give me an answer to this this isn't a question. I don't want you to give it. I don't want you to tell the answer to this. What I'm
You
about to
don't
say.
want me to tell
I don't want you to say.
I don't know
Because
where
like
this
in
is
my
going.
What
mind,
is
in
this
my mind,
question?
you're like you know how like it's like hard to tell how old some people are.
Yeah.
Like JumpTown could be anywhere in my mind between 28 and 56.
So I think
Like-
he's my age because I heard him say in like 2001 he was in high school.
Okay, all right. So he's probably
So I was a
35,
freshman.
36, something like that. Yeah.
35. Yeah,
Okay,
same
all right,
age.
all right.
Hell
Good.
yeah.
Nice and young. But like you could be like
The
you're
hell
like
does
more
that
like a
mean?
mythical. You're like more like a mythical.
No, it's crazy. I'm with you. 'cause
Well, I'm saying nice and young. You got time to fucking start your business. Like, you know what I mean?
I think so. You know, I think too many people get fucking caught up in what the fuck am I doing at this time in my life?
Yeah.
You know, and people hit 30 and they're like, I got to do something. Let me tell you what. You know who's changed my life for the last 6 months? Fucking Gary V.
You're a Gary Vee guy?
I mean, not 100%.
No, I
But
got
listen
you.
to the shit
Yeah.
he's saying.
Yeah.
Like fucking Christ.
See,
Like,
I'm
what
a-
are you worried about
see,
at 30?
I OD'd
I don't
on-
have kids.
Right,
I mean,
right.
I'm like, fucking, I'm in a
I
great
think
place.
I OD'd on like guys like Gary Vee, but but to your point, right? I think the message is great, which the message is like, just get out and do something rather than
something.
worry about like what could go
But
wrong
do
and what could
something
happen.
you love
Yeah.
that you know you want to be doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I read his book, 12 something. I read the first 5 pages. The little public schools, you skim through books.
Yeah. You get the cliff notes, right?
Yeah, remember that? You
Yeah.
would type that in and fucking
Yeah.
print that out?
Yeah, that's how you deliver.
Yeah.
That dude, I think. Listen, whoever it is that does it for you, right? With Gary Vee or whoever, like, the biggest thing is to just do shit. Just get started doing it. You know what I mean? Like I remember that. You know what fucking resonated with me is I'm like, I don't listen to Joe Rogan all the time. Like,
Oh, yeah.
but I like Joe Rogan. I do like I like when he has a good guest on, whatever. If he has some fucking random guy talking about mushrooms, I don't want to listen to it.
Right.
But if he's got like Chappelle or something like that, I want to listen to that
But
shit.
what a story about those mushrooms.
No, hey, listen. Now they're gonna be medicinal. John
crazy.
Hopkins is doing the research.
It's crazy.
I continue to do the research myself.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Unless you come in this bar between 6 and 10 on Saturday night. No. But he said, Joe Rogan said one time, he's like, do stuff that you suck at. He's like, because if you just do the shit you're good at all the time, because you're good at it, you just get stuck in this loop of like doing what you're doing. He's like, you got to do. So it's like whether it's something different you're doing within your food truck or even just starting a food truck or whatever. It's like it's okay to not be great at stuff. Like most things you're starting out and you're not going to be good. Like you just said, you have 50 people working out the kinks, right?
Yeah.
That's what happens. That's what happens at anything new. You weren't expecting this situation. Lily Pease, Chris told me they had a big event like a couple months ago and they didn't think they were going to get as packed as they were. And he's like, dude, we were in the fucking weeds. Like we weren't expecting this. We weren't ready for it. But like that's all part of learning. Nobody's ready before they've done it. You know what I mean? Like you get ready from doing it. It's the same thing as anything else. Like, that's why, like, everybody was like, "Oh, it's a credit to my buddy not Donnie White, the Donnie McPhee, who I used to do my cornhole podcast with."
Didn't you play with him yesterday? How'd you
Yeah,
guys do?
yeah, we hung out yesterday. Donnie's the man.
How'd you do?
We didn't do great, but we had fun. We had a good time. We hung out together.
Good.
We raised some money for a good situation.
That's all that matters.
Not a good
Yep.
situation, but a tough situation. We put some good money in their hands. The first time we did our podcast, I was like, "What do you want?" And Donnie's like, "Just press record, and we'll just do it." And I'm like, bingo, this is my type of person.
Right.
You don't need to review. Like, let's just go. Let's just have a conversation.
Right.
Because here's the other thing, too. I think people like podcasts, for example. Like, there's a lot of people that are like, they want it scripted. They want, like, this is what we're doing here. Then we take this break and that thing. We have little things we're doing now. Like, we do the voicemails and stuff like that. That's just, like, more like break it up, comic relief stuff, right? Commercials, whatever. Although we are like a caterpillar becoming a butterfly with these commercials, political ads and shit. Like, ridiculous. I'm going to put all that shit on you.
hilarious.
By the way, you every time you got a call in, you get a free ad at Denali. So we're playing you every week. So
Oh, well, that's great.
yeah, 100%.
I
So
just didn't call in because I'm on the show.
well, exactly. Yeah, you don't have to. Although I almost called in as a fake you.
That would have been hilarious.
JumpTown. But yeah, going back with that, it's like I don't know. I think in general, like there's something to be said for jumping in and doing shit. You know what I mean? Like and just being like. I've always been that way. Like
Risk-taking.
Yeah, I mean, and it doesn't have to be starting a podcast or a food truck or whatever. It could be anything you're doing. But like, if you want to do that, some people want to take a fucking photography class and they just don't do it. Go take it. You know what I mean? Like, go get into it.
Some girls want to stop doing missionary. Just go
Dude,
doggy
there's also
style.
like there's a lot of like I remember reading about like like music. Like it's like people say that like learning how to play an instrument like connects different parts of your brain and like increases your ability in math. Now I'm a fucking horrible mathematician, so I don't know what that says about my musicianship. But like these things will keep you young. Doing stuff like this will like fill you with like fucking vigor. You know what I mean? And like I said, it does not have to. It could be anything from joining a fucking club softball team that you're a little nervous about doing that you just decided to do it. Like,
Right.
it's always gonna be good. You know, like I told my daughter this the other week. Like she's like, we went to some party one time, and I'm like, I don't want to go. She's like, you're good at this, like meeting people. I'm like, I know I'm good at it, but like I don't like to do it. Most people don't like. Most people, no matter what you're doing, you're nervous before you do it, or you have something in you that's saying like, oh, it's easier to sit on the couch right now. You know what I
Right.
mean? But like if you push through that thing. Like, now I sound like Gary. Look at this fucking Gary Vee over here right now.
Let's do it.
Let me get my fucking like YouTube channel up where I'm like pumping you up on the weekends.
Right.
You know what I
There
mean?
you go. That's all it takes. And that's part of what I like to do. You know, I hope that I can motivate somebody.
Yeah. And dude, I mean, like, to be honest with you too, the best things that can happen in communities like Lowell or wherever is to see people that are actually in the community that go out and do things that
Give
are
a
like
fuck.
that. Yeah, like you with coaching sports.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're from a place and you have hometown pride, your job is to give back to your hometown. Your
Right.
job is to be a pillar of that community and to like actually like represent it. You know what I mean?
Well, dude, I mean, think about when growing up, you like he talked about earlier. You had people that you looked up to.
Yeah.
Just trying to keep that ball moving.
Absolutely.
I'm just part of the bouncing ball.
Oh, and dude, like it's like, you know, there's a lot to be said for like, you know, you'll hear that stuff. It's like, wow, you stayed in your hometown. Like, this kid moved to here, he moved to there. It's like, good for you. And by the way, that's fine for you.
Yeah.
Like, I like where I grew up.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. Like,
Right.
so I want to stay.
Yeah.
And like that, like I can do what I want from here. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, so, like, there's, and I have nothing against that person who moves away and says, hey, I need to spread my wings, and they become a fucking juggernaut wherever they go, right?
Right.
But like, some people gotta stay home, and some people gotta fucking tend the garden. You know,
Yeah.
and make sure that fucking the crops are coming up
Right.
still. You know what I mean? While you're off
I'm
fucking
fine- I'm fine-
flying around your jets.
I'm fine with being a pawn.
Yeah, I
You
do.
know?
I do. Listen, I like one of my buddies said that fucking when we were like 30 or whatever, I was like, you know, talking about like making money, getting rich or whatever, and he's like, I remember he's like, that's not the cards for me. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, this kid's got a great job. He's like, I drink my beers, I have my job, I raise my kids, I'm fucking good with that. And I was being like, dude, you know what? Like,
It seems
for
great.
everybody out there that's like, because there's a lot of people out there that do try to sell people on like, hey, follow your dreams, do this, quit your job, do that, right? Which, that's good for some people, right? But like, there's a lot to be said for the guy who's got 3 kids who's like, I'm putting in my fucking
Totally fine with it.
44 hours, like, right? And like raising my kids, and then like I do my shit. Like, so I saw a great tweet from a comic that was like, find something you absolutely love to do, then get a job, make good money, and do that on the side. like, you know what I mean? Like, because like, dude, for every guy, for every fucking whoever, for every fucking Sandberg, and for every Adam Sandler out there, there's 50,000 fucking guys who wanted to be Adam Sandler who did
Right.
it, right? And I'm not saying don't chase your dreams, but I'm saying there's a lot to be said for people who put in the time, raise their family, do their thing, right, and are part of a community,
Right.
Right? Like, I think that's just as fucking worthy as being like, oh, to celebrate, you know, like I said the other day, like heroes are fucking guys who drag people out of buildings, not, in my mind, not self-serving politicians.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's
Fucking hit the nail on the head,
that's
dude.
what I believe. By the way, if you're at home right now and you're crying, it's okay. All right? I know I just got you in the feels on that shit. All right? JumpTown, we love having you, man.
Yo, this was a great show. Thanks for having me. Listen, real quick, I want to plug something too.
You plug whatever you want.
I'm hosting my own party. It's the Jump House Party in the attic at the Worthen, October 22nd from 8 to 11:30-ish. It's going to be Mill City meets Gate City Hip Hop. I got a bunch of hip hop artists. We got the Hellhound crew coming from Nashville, New Hampshire. They're bringing their boys down. I got
I'm a
my
big
man.
hellhound guy. Everybody
Yeah.
knows that about me.
Listen, you're going to love this music.
I bet I would. I love rap.
Yeah, and then we got our boys from the Mill City. My buddy Revolution the Terrible. I was listening to him on the way down here. Some of his new stuff he just released. And then we got Pipe Dreams, another underground artist from Lowell. It's just gonna be a great night. I'm inviting everybody who's been a guest on my show to come and have
Nice.
a good time.
Awesome.
And Denali Food Truck's gonna be out in front.
Oh shit.
Dude, I mean, I feel like that's you are definitely a hype man. Like Don King's got nothing on you. Like,
Well, I mean, I appreciate that.
yeah, I mean, you're a great
very-
stick man.
yeah,
like,
you're very
like
good.
if I'm going in the ring, I want JumpTown up front.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'll pump anybody up.
Yeah, well,
You
that's
know?
fucking obvious. Yeah,
With the
exactly.
fucking sausages.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you're gonna Mars, come back, then pump you up,
Yes.
and we'll get higher than fucking, you know.
Whatever
Higher
it
than-
takes.
Kid comes in here high as a lab rat. You know what I mean?
Whatever
Like,
it
that's what I
takes.
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I had a new strain from a new dispensary, and it was absolutely great.
I'm so happy for you.
Dude, I love it. I wish, like, me and Danny talk about it all the time. Like, I'm not I wish I was like a big time weed guy. Like,
Yeah.
because I see people like
Everyone's so happy.
my brother-in-law's brother's like grows great weed. He gives it to me. I'm like, I give it to my friends. I'm like, I can't. If I smoke this stuff, I'll like my head will be stapled to the wall,
Yeah.
like in here. You know what I mean?
I am part of the community. Remember that commercial in the 90s where like the person's deflated on the couch?
Yeah,
That's me.
I forgot about
That's
that.
me. That's me, dude. I can't do it. Wish I could.
Yeah, I know.
What
And
else?
plus, like, you guys, like, if you, by the way, if you want, like, if you're ever, for the people at home, if you're ever, like, wondering a funny story like that, Look up on YouTube Luke Combs Full Send podcast, Willie Nelson story, where he like just met Willie Nelson and he goes to his house and he basically smokes his weed and like basically bugs the fuck out of Willie Nelson's house. Like it's fucking great. It's fucking
It'd be a
very
good
funny.
place to do it.
Yeah, hey, dude. I mean, you could smoke weed with a goat.
Yeah.
Like, dude, there's like Snoop and there's Willie. Those are like the two dudes that like. If you like really wanted to smoke some weed.
If you don't even smoke and you had that opportunity, you better fucking
Say yes.
You have to open up those lungs.
Here's a quick story about weed for everybody out there. My should I tell us? You know what? I'll save the story for a later date. Let's do
There you
that.
Fair
go.
enough.
Smart thinking. You know who I want to smoke weed with though? Jim Brewer.
Oh yeah, he's
yeah.
wild, dude.
I mean, he's one of the funniest. Like where I get my humor from is from him.
Yeah, I think he is fucking hilarious.
He's a riot.
He's kind of gone a little bit off the reservation lately, hasn't he?
A little bit, but
Like I just heard that the other day, like with the political stuff. And stuff
yeah,
like that.
his more stand up is getting a little crazier, but it's still him. You know.
Oh yeah, he's funny as shit, dude. He's.
This
I know people have hung out with him like after parties, and they are like, it's not an act.
My buddy
he is like this.
Kyle said, "Yo, you don't remember that time we went to Hampton Beach and we saw him? We got invited backstage." And I'm like, "Nah." I go, "That happened?" He goes, "Yeah." He was on my show 2 weeks ago telling the story. I'm like, "Bro, I don't remember none of that." Mars, Jupiter.
It was Jupiter that day. Yeah, exactly. Like you, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
If you got up, and I'm not like, I'm just saying you're a weed guy, right? So like, if you got up in the morning, right, you smoke a bone, let's say.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's about right.
Yeah, you like that, but you're like, that's like, you're good for like, whatever.
4
You're good.
hours.
You can do what you gotta do though.
I'm great.
You don't have any like, you're not like, fuck, I'm too high to do this.
No.
No, that's your operating system. And I got two good buddies like this, and I'm like jealous as fuck, because I'm like, wow, it must be awesome to just be like baked and be like, yeah, this is more fun
Absolutely
because I'm
fuck.
baked.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like, this was great, you know? Like, because I'm usually like, most times I'm usually whatever I'm, like, actually, you know what's funny? So I didn't drink this weekend because Danny last weekend came in here and was like, I had 2 beers this weekend. I'm like, I'm so jealous of you. Because I was a fucking train wreck. I was so hungover. So I was like, you know what? I'm doing that this weekend, which I did. And what I found is the chores of things that you have to do on a weekend that you are just so mad you're doing when you're hungover and you're just like breathing heavily and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Makes
Those
it a little
things,
easier.
oh, dude, I was like doing shit, bringing to people's houses. I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, I'm like, I mean, it's a little more boring, but like, man, you feel good. You know what I mean? I mean, don't get any ideas, folks. It's not gonna stick. All right.
Yeah.
Next weekend I'll be fucking bleeding out of my eyeballs on Sunday. So, also, if you're in the greater Melrose area, and you are not taking up your time with changing the logo next Saturday evening, I'll be at 10 Sherwood Road.
Porch Fest, right?
At my buddy Ash's house, yeah, for the Porch Fest. And I'm playing from 5 to 6 with my neighbor Ryan and her.
go.
Not related, ridiculous. We got the same last name. We both like to drink. We both Irish. And we're gonna play an hour's worth of tunes. We're gonna crank down some brews. So if you are in the area, feel free to walk by and you can hang out. Porch Fest is cool because it's like if you have a house as a place, you have to like be able to let people use your bathroom and stuff. So like, it's cool. Like people can like just go house to house, and people have like kind of an open house and tunes and shit. Like
pretty dope.
I've been out of town every year for this. Since I moved back to Melrose 12 years ago, I've been out of town every weekend that this has happened. And so like people are like, will you come play? Will you come do this? And I'm like, I haven't been able to do it. I've been like away.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking amped. Like, and because I have the last slot, so it starts I think like 2 and goes till 6. So I can walk around to some other places first and like check out some other shit too. I mean, I think I'm gonna enjoy myself that night. So I think I'm gonna.
And I told you where I will be that night.
Yeah, you have karaoke.
I'm gonna be karaoke at the
There's a
fuck
chance.
up.
Maggie got a glimmer in her eye when I mentioned that karaoke at the IA.
She'll love it.
I would love to come by and do it.
I love karaoke. JumpTown. I mean, I'm a rapper.
Are you? Is that a fact?
That's facts.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah, that's what I do on the down low.
Really?
Yeah, that
Fucking
bomb.
JumpTown.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
I only got a couple songs, but
Yeah.
it's nothing crazy. I'm not unknown, nothing. I just do
Yeah.
it for fun. I do it for entertainment and
Yeah.
laughs.
Yeah, but you like to do
What
it.
you like karaoke?
Oh, I fucking love karaoke.
Karaoke's the best.
I fucking love karaoke.
Karaoke's the best.
I'm a big Metallica fan. My first tattoo, Metallica tattoo.
Nice.
I sing all Metallica songs.
No
Nice.
shit.
Yeah, I bring the roof up.
Did you play hoops?
No, I didn't
You're
play
dude. You're a pretty tall guy. You're taller than I thought you were.
played
gonna be.
hockey, bro.
Played hockey?
Yeah, fucking
Nice.
laying the smackdown. 1-6 fucking freight train. 2005 D3 champions, Lowell High School.
Nice, dude. I would not want to be in your way when you're coming down
I
the
did
ice.
not expect hockey.
We'll end the show with this story.
Yeah.
JumpTown 2005. We're in Bourne playing Bishop Stang. We got our asses kicked in 5-0. Winner goes to TD Garden to play for the big. We didn't go. Coach says 5 seniors, you guys go out there last 2 minutes, have fun. Boom. They send their first line out there. The big dogs already ringing up on us, right? Coach says, jump, you know what you got to do. I said, Coach, I heard that. Boom. Puck drops. We dump it in. Set play. Dump it in their end. They come around the net to the boards. All the fans. 75 Lowell High students on 2 buses came down. Jumped out. Bang! Elbow to the dude's face. Fight breaks out. 2 refs start. I get thrown out. Minute and 45 seconds left, right? And they throw me off the ice. I came back on the ice for that final current call, gave the stick and everything to all the students, and they were jump, jump, jump. That's my high school. That's how I ended my high school
That was the
hockey
greatest
career.
I've ever heard in my life.
I tell that story all the time.
That's awesome.
Dude, that is fucking.
And that's how I ended high school hockey
Yeah,
career.
I would not want to be. I would not want to be the other end of that.
No, he's
fucking-
big dude,
You
man.
never want to
that's
be
what
on
I'm
the
saying.
end of that.
Yeah, yeah.
You
remember my buddy who played it? My buddy Jeff Downing, who played at St. Mike's, was like the captain. He was a Situate kid. He's like your size, and he's like a beast. And
Yeah.
he's like, you another Gerson, you do not want to be on the back end.
Yo,
of, like,
didn't
the
score
rod.
1 goal in 4 years of high school hockey,
You didn't?
but had the most penalty minutes.
Like a professional.
Fucking goon,
I
bro.
love it.
JumpTown.
All right, so listen, check out Denali Food Trucks. All right, we're gonna put a link into the tomorrow. I'll put a link in.
I love sausage.com.
I love your sausage.com.
I love your
That's
sausage.com.
amazing.
Because I love sausage.com.
I think you know who I think has it is Johnsonville might have it. Yeah, it says like we love sausage or something.
Fuck
on the
'em.
thing. It says, dude, it cracked me up because the cornhole, they're the big cornhole sponsor.
Oh, yeah,
and there was a
huge
guy
cornhole.
throwing a bag and it said behind him, "I love sausage,"
Yo,
and I'm like,
we-
that
we-
is fucking hilarious.
You know Jacob Trzynski?
I know Jacob very well, dude. He's
Jacob
my
was
boy.
one of my guests.
Oh, he was on your guest, right?
Listen,
The Red Rocket kid.
fucking, what a fucking
Dude,
following he has.
Okay, can I just
It's
tell you this right
insane.
like, now? Let me tell you told your fucking hockey story. You ready for this?
Tell it.
Once upon a time, I had the biggest cornhole podcast in the country.
Okay.
My fucking phone is a cornhole Rolodex.
Uh-huh.
I get owners of cornhole companies on the phone like fucking, like you call up Domino's Pizza. They're fucking answering, right? Jacob, when he was a nobody knew this kid, except we knew him around here. I got on the thing with my buddy who owns Fire Cornhole. They're like the biggest
Yeah.
one. I put fucking Jacob there. I go, this is your fucking next big thing. This is it. You're looking at it. So I'm giving you the shot. You know him now, right? Jacob's like, what's up? You know, I'm like, this is your guy, right? Did he sign him? No, his mistake. Now Jacob's probably gonna be one of the best. He's playing with my boy
Hands
Tony
down.
Smith
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah.
Tony Smith is fucking like he's like the white chocolate of fucking cornhole. Like he's the Jason Williams, dude. He does shit with a bag. Nobody thought you could do fucking 5 years ago.
Wow.
You put a bag down in front, he doesn't throw it over, he skips it over. He could fucking throw bags off the ground and skip them onto the board and in the hole.
That's insane.
This kid can do shit you've never fucking seen. Those two together, that's my fucking crew right there.
Wow.
I'd rather die with those
Watch
fucking
out.
guys.
I
All right?
heard that.
Love Jacob too. You know why he's a winner? Kid was a fucking great athlete. At Lowell.
Yeah.
Fucking
No, hold
like,
on. A greater low.
Great Lowell. Sorry.
Big difference.
Let's
Griffins.
define that.
Correct.
His
Not
old
the
man
Red
was
Raiders.
his old man was like a nasty pitcher.
Yes.
Jacob's dad.
Well, that's where he
Um,
gets a lot of talent. Is
Yeah,
his
and he's
baseball.
like really fiery. Jacob's dad, who I'm pretty sure doesn't listen to this podcast, is a very like Jacob's a shortish. Like he's just not a tall guy. He's ripped, right? He's this little redheaded kid, and he's fucking nasty at every sport he plays, right? He's like
Yeah.
a captain. He's nasty. His old man
Football.
is built like a fucking stilt. He's like 6'1", was a fucking sick hoop player and pitcher, but he has got some edge to him. Like you see this motherfucker, and like he starts barking at you, like you definitely don't want to be getting barked at. By this
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Like he will end you if you. Yeah, he's the nicest guy in the world. I love him.
Yeah.
But like I wouldn't want to be on the wrong side of his punch. Let's put it that way. But
enough.
Jacob's gonna be a fucking star, dude. He's a fucking star.
Yeah, I
great
agree.
great fucking kid.
Yeah.
I love him, and he's wicked respectful too.
Very respectful.
That's why I loved about him from the beginning.
Yeah.
Is like he would always be like, "How you doing?
Raised
Nice
correctly.
to meet you."
Right.
Yes, like, and he is like, he is a fucking great kid. I love him. So, shout out Jacob. What's up, and the cornhole people.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
All right, we'll be back next week. Don't go to the Golden Banana parking lot because we won't be there.
We do not have it.
Instead, go to Denali's.
Yes.
Go to Denali's.
KTQH.
Keeping that quality high.
Keeping that quality high and getting high as fuck. At JumpTown
Well,
this
that's
week.
not what we're doing at the same time.
As far as you know. But yes, me and Danny are gonna test it out soon.
Oh,
Right?
fuck
We will
yeah.
be there.
Oh yeah, I think we're coming. We come down here all the time.
Oh, I can't
In
wait.
this area.
You gotta
Whenever you're down
you
here,
gotta let me know.
just send us texts and let
We were
us
at
know.
Kenmore Square 2 weeks ago.
Nice. Yeah.
Killing it.
Wherever you're gonna be, we'll come find you anyways. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
follow us on Facebook. That'll be the most up to date.
Yeah. Awesome.
Doing quick little videos.
And then friend you, right? You can follow you or
Follow,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, and you can see all the videos.
can do whatever you want.
Dude, that is appointment viewing.
Except
thing.
not come across you on the boards because you're gonna give him a fucking elbow.
Don't do that.
You do not want to be on the fucking other. You don't want to
You
be.
don't want to be
on
on the tracks. I tell you, you don't want to be on the tracks.
That kid is still 6 feet below the ice. And
Yeah,
blowing
he's
out
probably
his
listening
distance.
right now.
He
Like,
is,
Jesus
he is a
Christ, kid's
sponsor
haunting
on
me.
the boards permanently. Yeah.
Permanent sponsor on the boards.
That was great.
All right, hey, thanks for coming.
Great show.
We had a blast. It was real. First guest, by the way.
For real?
Yeah.
First guest we've ever had.
Oh, I
26
appreciate
episodes.
that. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
dude,
fucking-
I don't get out of bed
Hell
for
yeah.
shitheads.
That's
right?
awesome.
Yeah, I don't get out of bed
I thought
for...
Al was a guest on this show and shit.
He like came like real quick. Like
Oh, yeah,
was-
he just like
was
popped
it-
in.
That
Al
was
could be a guest whenever he wants.
That was a great guy.
Yeah.
I
Al's the
need
man.
to meet him.
He's
Oh,
the
yeah,
man.
he's fucking awesome. All right, we're out. We'll see you next week.
Peace.